Starting recording. Updated thing. Start streaming. All right, we are now live. I'm going to move my face cam somehow out of the way. Minimally out of the way. All right, let's post it to the world. Let the Facebook know that we are live.
Do you want any? I have some pictures from Beltane if you want. I can send you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going over all that stuff. I didn't want to ask you until after we were live, which is now.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me make this post and then we'll go get into it. I also have a thing to show you if I can pull it up on the side.
Oh, sweet.
That I'm very proud of. Let's see. I need to make a post, which means hitting a plus sign. Yeah. Okay. I can do this. Twitch.tv/BumiPlus. I didn't forget this time. Doing better.
You've done better since I made fun of you a lot.
Yeah. No, you should. You absolutely should. Sometimes I'm dumb and I forget the most basic shit. Let's see. I also need a photo to go with it. What is a good photo? We need a good photo here.
See, I sent you a photo. If you want to use it, you don't have to.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a great one. What a nice photo.
Yeah, took it myself even.
You don't really do much in terms
No,
of
I was trying to remember to
media.
take pictures, because the site is so cool. I wanted to share it with people.
That is a great way to promote it. How big was the fighting? Like how many humans? More than
Rapier was
likely.
probably like 20-ish, and Heavy was probably like 40, 50-ish,
Okay.
maybe.
So not a bad turnout. Wow, how was everything else about it?
Everything was the event was amazing. It's definitely like totally worth going.
Okay.
The weather was great. The site is super pretty. Just the landscape up there is really nice because it's kind of rural area, and so like there's really pretty trees and mountains. And then the site itself is super cool because they've like built out all these buildings, and there's like dozens of buildings. It's not like a couple. It's like a lot. Most of them like we couldn't go into, right? Because I think they're owned by individuals, and a lot of those people don't do
Oh,
SCA.
interesting. I didn't know it
But
was that.
there were some that were owned by SCA people that we could like like this one household has this whole big building they call the cast spot, has like this cool dome and stuff, and then there's an inn that we actually physically stayed in this inn that looks like it's like three or four story building, that has rooms and stuff, and you can like rent a room. And so like the four of us, me, MT, Rowan, and Slav, all stayed in one room. It was
Oh,
like
that's
two bunk
dope.
beds.
Yeah, that was great.
Um, it was super cool.
Um,
Um,
how many days is the total event?
so we got there Thursday evening and left Sunday morning.
Okay. Thursday evening. So you had a
So
couple of
it's
days of
yeah, so
playtime.
like 2 full days of fighting,
Mhm.
like 3 nights, 2 days of fighting, right? Three
That's cool.
nights.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it felt very similar, like to BAM, like here in Onstura.
Yeah, okay.
As far as like kind of like a melee event, couple of day, like long weekend, couple of day melees. It's just a way cooler site.
Do you have more photos? I would love to see your photos. I can pull them up on the
Here,
stream.
let me just share. I can just send you all the pictures I have if you want.
Yeah. However you want.
I haven't done a big photo dump online that I need to do, but
Definitely should.
boom, boom. Some of these are other ones that people have posted online, but
Maybe. Yeah, you guys can set that up however you want to make it work. All right.
did those go through?
Yes. Oh, that's dope. Look at that. Let's see.
You want to pop? That's not on your stream, I don't think, right now, right?
No, it's not right
Oh, your
now.
ad break.
Is it an
I
advert
think
right
that's
now? That's funny.
yeah.
Hey, sometimes you turn it down and hand over a few cents.
hmm
A few cents
I'm
of
gonna share
advertising.
your.
Yeah, that looks so good. Let me see if I can do this in a reasonable manner.
And let me send I'm just gonna send you these videos on. This should be. Hopefully, this won't degrade the quality too much if I just send you this video on Facebook. Short video.
All right. Workout cam. He's all right. What? Oh, oh, John. Fern's coming to visit this
Oh yeah.
weekend. Yeah, so he should be here soon. Someone said he was
Cool.
a really good fencer in the background. Hi, chat. Welcome on in. John and I are going over some of his travels. He's been traveling to. Let's
I'm
see.
streaming with Bumi right now, so I'm just gonna mute myself.
What?
Okay, I'll just mute myself then. Hold on.
Let me
Okay.
see.
You can hear me, right, Bumi?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool.
Let me see if I can add. Hi, Alec. Can you see the stream? I don't know if you can see Alex, but I set up a kitchen
Yeah, I can
cam.
see it. I can see her real actually. Yeah, that was
The
funny.
camera's now on top of the fridge. We'll call it the fridge cam.
Oh, the fridge.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you get people working on the mat and stuff. All right. Let's look at John's. Can you hear me, John?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, got distracted by something.
All right. Let's look at your photos. Can you hear stream? Okay, great. Tell me about this first one. What's
So
the building you
this,
stayed in?
yeah, this is the inn. It
Okay.
has like 3 stories. Well, it's like 3 stories in a basement. So I don't know if that's 4 stories or 3 stories, but
Yeah.
um,
Owned by a Scadian?
I'm not 100% sure. I think so, or it might just be run by the site. I don't know. But you could definitely rent. You could pay to rent a room there. So it's kind of like a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Got it.
but it was pretty nice. And there's like the second floor had a bunch of different rooms, and then the third floor was just like kind of an open dormitory, kind of like bunk beds just in one big room. Um, we had one of the group I was with, me and Rowan and MT and Slav. We had one of the rooms that had two bunk beds in it, and it had its own bathroom and stuff. So that was really cool.
Oh. So this is that building, I
Um,
assume.
yeah, this is the main like dining room area.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
you could pay to part of the meal plan, which got you like breakfast and dinner both nights.
Mm-hmm.
And the food was really good. I think it was probably like $30 for the meal plan for the whole weekend, so like
Oh, that's
pretty
not
good,
bad
and
at
it was
all.
super good food.
Is
Yeah,
it all volunteer run or is this like a commercial space?
I don't know if it might be a commercial space, like most of the time. I think it was volunteer run
Oh, okay.
for this. But I don't know
Gotcha.
how they run, because like they run a real big LARP event off the site, like 4 or 5 thousand people. It happens right around the time Penzic happens.
Right. Like Beekaline is a
Yeah,
big ass event, right? That's my
yeah, and
understanding.
I don't know how that runs. Um, but I think each of these houses, like you can see in the background of this building, because
Yeah,
we actually
yeah.
fought in this whole town.
Oh, that's so
We
cool. I
did a
love it.
melee, yeah,
Yeah.
and I think all these houses are owned by like individuals
Yeah, I
that
didn't know how
rent.
that shook out in terms of like function.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So it's pretty cool, yeah. So we could fight around them. We didn't obviously you couldn't because these were owned by private people. You couldn't go in all of these buildings, but
Right. Okay.
it's pretty cool. And there's a lot of buildings. There's like dozens of them. It's not like one or two. It's like dozens. So like if you imagine like the green dragon at Golf
Yeah,
Wars.
just a bunch of green
It
dragons in the
it's
back
just
here.
like dozens of green dragons.
That's awesome. Did they let you? I assume they let you fight around the buildings. They let you fight
Yeah,
through the buildings at all at any points? Were there any buildings designated
we,
for okay for that?
we couldn't really go into the buildings. We definitely fight around them, and they said to like stay off the porches.
Oh, okay, so they didn't want you like banging up the work.
Yeah, but there were like little alleyways and stuff you could like fight through.
Okay,
So
that's
people were
so
like
cool.
jumping out of alleyways and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never been DFB'd in the rapier melees. I've
Rowan,
never
you're
been
awesome. Thank you.
I've never been DFB'd more in my life.
Is it
In
like
this
people
town.
sneaking around corners and stuff and like hiding?
Yeah, you'd be like just fighting down a road, and then suddenly there'd be someone behind you,
Oh,
which was kind of like honestly pretty fun.
look at that. What a sight. Maybe we will at some point plan a trip up. It looks fun.
I'm gonna what I'd really love to do is get like try to get a whole group up of like kind of our friends from
Yeah,
Monsieur Merdier's
it's
Atlantia kind of crew.
it's a flying must, right, for us.
Um, so it's about yeah probably it's about 5.5 hours from where Rowan lives near Boston.
Okay, so
So
it's like
yeah, that'd probably
13
be
for us
pretty
for a
yeah.
drive. That's like
Um,
roughly 8
but
plus.
yeah, but it's totally like worth, in my opinion, the event is worth the effort to get to because of how cool it is.
Okay.
Um, and I think it's the event is kind of criminally small, like because of how cool the site is and stuff. Like more people should go to it. It's a little out of the way, except in Canada,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's the
but
biggest thing
also
is the out of the
it was
wayness.
cool. I'd never been to Canada before. It was super cool. Like Canada's super nice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Canada's gorgeous. We went on the Canada trip however
Yeah,
many years ago now. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Would go
Had some
back.
poutine
Would live
um,
there if it wasn't so far away.
from everything. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Like for me, if the city of like if like some of the big cities in and around Nova Scotia,
hmm
um, yeah, it's super clean, super nice, or
yeah,
somewhere closer. Like I would live there. I would choose to live there.
yeah.
Beautiful
Um,
cities.
and it's cool. It was cool to just go somewhere that like they didn't. Not everyone spoke English, right? Like they spoke French a lot,
Yeah.
and that's kind of just cool. To, like if you're gonna
Quebecois.
go to another, yeah, exactly, right. Yeah. So they were doing the like heavy the 10 man unbelted
Mm-hmm.
thing. They were doing like the East was doing like a practice for that at this event too. So
Yeah, we've been running a couple of those. We have a lot of that stuff posted. I just posted another video with our
yeah.
10-man practice. Did you
Um,
see one of those the Penzix scenarios is that fort battle where you're around the fort and around the outside and then capturing and holding the fort on the inside with double
that's
entrance
cool.
and
I haven't
flipping a
looked at
thing?
anything about that yet. So this was
What
this
is this?
picture. This was the room we stayed in.
Okay. This is the
So
house you're in.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I see,
Stuff's dragon
I
head.
see a bunch of rapier spears, which is cool.
Oh yeah, Rowan is right. They did do one melee in one of the buildings.
But y'all missed it, that particular melee.
Yeah, because it was opposite the heavy town battle, which we thought I think
Oh,
was more
yeah,
fun
yeah.
personally. But
Oh, both crossing over. Rowan, you look so good in armored. Are you joining Spear Squad this year?
she was Spear Squad last year.
Well, this year we're on the same side.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll have all of us on Spear Squad with Alex and Rowan. Well, I guess all of
Yeah,
Ansiora as well. Whoever's showing up.
yeah.
That'll be fun.
MP's
That'll
fought
be good
heavy
stuff.
too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That'd be
So
good.
I fought Sword and Shield in all these melees, just partially because I didn't really
Did
couldn't.
you
It's hard
enjoy
to
it?
bring us.
I feel like the city is better for. Maybe I'm crazy, but like a cityscape, right? Or like a townscape might be better to have more shield.
It felt like that way. And also, so they did this cool thing. This I had never seen this in a scenario before. One of the points that you could contest, because it was like controlling different like flags, right? Like
Right.
normal. One of the contested points, could only put each side could only send one fighter in at a time. So they basically
Oh.
fight a one-on-one fight, and whoever won that one-on-one fight would then control the point, and then they
Oh.
could send another fight in.
That's neat.
So if you had the point, it made more sense to like draw the fights out, and make them longer, so you could control the point for longer.
Right.
Um,
Ah.
and I ended up playing in that bear pit a lot because I tend to prefer single fighting more than melee anyway.
Well, it
Um,
augments your value in that
yeah.
context.
So and that was for the heavy side.
That's still cool.
But it was that was a cool. I'd never seen that before. That was a cool idea. I want to
Oh,
try to like
we got the end of it.
yeah.
Back to Hello. All right. Chat, for those of you joining, we'll have Stierbach practice in the background on the new fridge cam because the camera's located on the fridge. And for tonight's interaction, y'all are welcome to hit us with any questions. Us, as in John and myself. Also, Fern is here as a guest. And so if people have questions for Fern, please let us know. It could be fencing or otherwise. I need to go find my gear at some point and go put stuff on.
Fern is physically there, right?
It's physically there. Let me see if I can grab him. Oh, he's putting his stuff on. Hey, Alex, can you come here a second? They wanted music. Could you grab the Bluetooth speaker that's underneath my? You have to unplug a couple of things out from behind it. It's one aux cable and one power cable, and then you can just cart it out here for Holly to use. Thank you. Yeah, it's not heavy. It's just tall. It's under the desk. Thank you. Nope, it'll be fine for practice. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to have some music, get some music bumping before people start fighting. I need to get, like I said, I need to get my shit going. John, I did sticky hands. Yes, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
You know the thing where I was telling you, like I've been practicing keeping my shield boss up against the opponent's sword, closing into A safely, getting into A, Cora even. Keeping that hand glued to them so that I'm not getting hit. And when they push hard, let it push across and then offside them. I finally caught one in a tournament setting against a higher level fighter, which I feel good about.
Nice.
And I have it on wax, which is that's a really big thing. I don't record a lot of my own practice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's a Fern on the fridge cam.
Yeah. Warming his wrist.
No, you're good. We're observing you and your play. Chat, for those who don't know, this is Stierbach practice here in Atlantia, about an hour south of D.C. We've had a pretty bumping crowd. A bunch of new people continuously roll through. We are a college town. My alma mater, Mary Washington, is here in town, and so we have connections with the Ren Club and the Fencing Club on campus. It's a really good way to promote and grow the SCA as a whole. Definitely had a few folks who came out of school and trained with us and then just stuck around town and have now just become Skadians in their hobby.
Great.
Anyhow, John. You still there? Hello.
Yes.
Jonathan. I have a question for you. What are you going to do at Penzik? Are you going to go swordboard?
I'm gonna play with it more than I have.
I was thinking about maybe either grabbing a crossbow, like a combat crossbow.
Oh yeah.
Or something else, like just to break up our, because like Spear Squad has like we're gonna have enough people to not be, 9 spears deep.
Yeah. I definitely thought it might be fun, especially if there were some other good spears to work with to go sword and board, and then just let them.
Right. Yeah. Be a whole unit.
Yeah.
The Lance Diorn unit.
The Lance Diorn swordboard unit. Yeah. I'm pretty stoked that we're all going to be on the same side.
Yeah, that's not every war. It hasn't been that way in a while.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I fought against y'all in golf, I think. Last 2 golfs and the last Penzik.
Last 2 golfs and last 1 Penzik, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's been 3 wars. The last 3 wars have been against you.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I prefer to fight with my friends. If I'm not gonna fight with them, then I like to fight directly against.
Yeah. Right. Literally on the other side.
Yeah. Like the Woods battle was a great time last year because I was fighting up against all the
Dude, that was a blast.
And, but yeah.
Are you going to fight Ansion tournament?
Probably, yeah. Even if it's opposite a heavy point, I think.
I was gonna say that'll be opposite of heavy woods.
I think
Is it
heavy
woods?
Yeah. It was opposite the Woods last year. I don't know what day it's gonna be opposite this year, but.
Do we have a schedule out?
There might be. I have not seen one. I haven't looked.
Oh, okay.
Can you review the schedule live on stream? But I'll probably fight the Onstyrian rather than do the battle. I think
Is that you trying to reclaim your title a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I fought it the last time I won it the last time I fought in it. I just didn't fight in it last year.
Fancy John winning shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to dethrone me, or I can dodge you and just go to armored. It was really fun last time, to be honest. I would fight it again because it was fun to have everybody there. You know, like basically all the
Yeah.
friendos. We were all chilling,
That's
cheering
why.
each other on.
Yeah, that's why I regretted not fighting in it because I felt
Oh,
like I
because
got
we're
some
all there
FOMO.
hanging out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got FOMO from being in the
Yeah,
woods.
even
Yeah.
if I don't win, I think it's like fun to have that camaraderie with a bunch of close friends.
Yeah.
It's like
So
Jay. I
I think
remember like looking over and like, oh, it's like Taurus and Alessandro and Rowan and Mike and just all the
Yeah.
people that we want to be hanging around.
Yeah.
All just
And
chilling.
Mike will be at Pensick again this year, so.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, it's gonna be. Did you see Slav just posted that they are doing half a peace week?
Did they confirm that? Because I thought they were maybe second guessing that decision.
Yes, I believe it is a confirmed thing. And so now
Oh yeah.
they will be adding to the whole peace week chill time vibes.
Yeah, I'm excited for Peace Week chill vibes. Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. By the
Uh,
way, it's annoying to register for your camp because it's under the rather than just condottieri.
oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what the rules were, or if there were anything that we did, like any reasonings for doing that, as opposed to just doing it.
Yeah. I assume it wasn't anyone's fault, but it was confusing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it is definitely the condottieri. I was looking at we're based on our space that's available for our camp. We can't actually go that much bigger.
Yeah.
Like, we probably like cap out like 25, 30 of like.
What do y'all have? What is it this year?
Low 20s, like 22 or something like that in total. Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty sizable camp.
Seems like a good group.
Relative to like I guess smaller camps specifically.
Yeah.
Chat, welcome in for those who are just joining us. If anybody has, hype. If anybody has questions for John and or myself, drop it in chat. It could be fencing related. I will go out. Hold this side. I will go out there. Can I do this backwards? Fuck. There, and fight it in the near future. I'm gonna let other people warm up first. If y'all want me to do anything in particular, let me know. Otherwise, I'll go train as I normally do.
Give Bumi some challenges.
Yeah. Hit me with some challenges if you want me to go try to fence a certain way.
Mm-hmm. I think you should try to get a foot shot.
A foot shot. Okay. Like a singular one? Does it have to be foot or can it be like thigh?
It has to
Foot
actual foot.
Okay.
Actual foot.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not a normal shot you throw. I think it'd be fun.
Not anymore. It's so far away. Chad, do you understand when you're 6'4" and you gotta throw it toward the feet, it's very fucking far away.
Your sword is already fucking down there.
That is true. What is pointing at their knee? You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry about
that.
No,
I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, chat. Sorry about the camera shakies. We do have folks coming in and out, so there's vibrations against the walls. What's happening back there? There's some. I'm just watching the back. Sometimes. I don't know what's happening in the back. Are they just fighting?
It looks like they're sparring, but you can't see their heads.
Can you see, John? Can you see everything all right on the feed?
I can see the pair fighting against the wall is like partially cut off, like their heads.
Oh, it's partially cut off. Oh, interesting. It's not on my end. Yeah. Are you watching it on the phone?
You know what? Hold on, never mind. I wasn't full screen. That's my bad.
Oh.
By being stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see it fine.
Okay.
That's my bad. I can see it fine.
Chat, can we put some emotes for John being dumb there?
Yeah. There was some weird like banner thing on Twitch. It's just telling me to like say that I agree to cookies, and that was like cropping it out. Yeah, I can see it great now. Cool. Yeah, perfect.
This is just for you, John. Yay. There we go.
The Dom pictures.
I like that emote.
Mm-hmm.
Nixter. What is that? Oh, It's a Keck W. Actual Jakes. Oh, all right. Chat, and John, I'm. It's weird seeing my like baby face. I want to go grab my gear and join that camera over there. Hey, Fern, you want to come say hi to chat and John? Yeah.
All right, what's up?
Hello.
Boom, just threw me under the bus, I guess. I don't know. I'm in his seat.
He needs you to vamp while he goes and gets gear.
Okay. John, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
You ready for
Just,
waiting for Penzik?
I'm super excited for Penzik, yeah.
We're not allied with each other, right?
We are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're both allied with the East.
Awesome. Okay, that's great.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Cool. Man,
I just got back from. I went up to a big event in the East Kingdom last weekend.
I'm sorry, I did not get any of that. There's so much noise going on right now.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries.
Say that again.
I said I just got back from an event I went to up in the East. That's at that cool LARP site.
Okay. We're out in the east.
It's up in Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah, near Montreal. Quebec. Yeah, so it's real cool.
Yeah.
Rowan and some of the people posted some of the, and I'll post. I have some pictures. I haven't posted them yet, but it's like a bunch of really cool buildings that look all like medievalish, and so it's a pretty cool event. I'm trying to get more people to hear about it, so that more people like. It's far, but I'm trying to get more people to be like willing to go out for it.
Yeah, that's real cool. I haven't seen Rowan in a long time. How's she doing?
She's doing good. She'll be a Penzik too, so.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
Um,
I'm just checking out all this Bumi's old setup here. It's kind of nice.
I bet, yeah.
This is not something I do often, so I'm just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, give us behind the scenes view.
Yeah. Maybe just set something up.
So why'd you? What brought you down to? Because you don't normally go to this practice, right?
Oh, am I being taken out? What? Am I chatting? Okay, whatever. I mean, I haven't been down here before, and I want to check out Bumi's Battle Barn for a little bit. Yeah, I know I'm in the hot seat. No, no problem. I just want to check out some people who haven't fought in forever, and I saw some new fighters around here too from last weekend's event, and I'm like, oh, this will be interesting to see see how I can handle them, or if see what they show me.
Yeah.
So it'll should be fun.
Yeah, I love going to my not my normal practice. So
Yeah.
It's always a great time.
Yeah, we got so many other. So Atlanta has a whole mess of events down in South. Like, there's going to be 1 or 2 this weekend in South Carolina, I believe, and then another one in North Carolina, and then there's just kind of a dirge of events in North Atlantia right up until I think Penzik actually.
Huh.
Kind of sucks, but it's what it is. Whoops.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah. But we have Kingdom War practice coming up in North Carolina in 3-4 weeks, I think.
Mhm.
So me, myself, JG, Giovanna are. Well, I'm going to be there in proxy. Let me rephrase. I'm going to be there. JG and Giovanna are going to be there in proxy, but we're hoping that we can get at least more people from the south to show up at Penzik for the Atlantean Reaper Army.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So that'll be like right before Penzik, right? It's 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Yeah. Yeah. What up?
If y'all want to judge Monty and I fighting, you're welcome too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Which you can commentate it as well.
All right.
Remember that foot shot, Bumi?
Question is do I need to look here or do I need to look out there? Because I know people are seeing the screen right now. I'm gonna look this way. Which sort of?
It looks like there's a lot of people there.
Okay, Bumi's using his 45. Okay. There is a lot of people here.
It's still weird to me to see people fence without gloves on.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can turn up the volume here a little bit. Without breaking his system. Let's hope I don't do this. Okay, hopefully that helps. I have no idea.
Can you hear me better?
Oh wow, yeah, they're too loud.
Oh no.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Knocked it down just a bit. Okay, that's a little better.
Okay. Yeah. I was just saying that it's still a little weird to me to see people fence without gloves on.
Yeah, it is. I'm not a fan.
I mean, you're like, I don't care what you do, but like,
Yeah.
it just is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised Bumi's doing it, but
Yeah, because he's got giant cards for his hands.
yeah, and he always used those real thin, like barely gloves before, so.
Just waiting for that shadow step of his. It's interesting because so far, like he has a good guard stance, but the way he's moved around, at least what I'm seeing, is like there's not a whole lot of footwork motion available to him. If that makes sense.
I think that does, yeah.
Of course, I'm just probably speaking out of my ass here, but whatever.
Ah, you know what you're talking about.
Eh.
I think you do.
Although I will say, Olfar's counter-punching action is top-notch.
Yeah, I think I remember that from when I fought him.
Yeah, there it is. Uh-huh. Olfar seems a little bit unbalanced. Yeah. Okay. Something I've been playing with in my own fencing game is not actually setting up or pausing at the tip cross point, or if I'm going to put it in fencing terms, at my widest measure. So I don't want to, let me rephrase, I don't want to be within my widest measure without a proper guard set up. And I found that doing so and approaching into wide measure while also putting up the same guard tends to allow me a moment of, my opponent tends to panic sometimes, and I can use that to my advantage.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. One back?
You want to tag out?
Yeah. I gotta get some fights in.
Judge you were fighting.
My turn.
Tag. All right, chat. Hopefully, Fern didn't disclose too many secrets about how to be masterful at fighting.
Isn't that the whole point of this stream?
It is. It is literally the point. He's ooh, this seat is literally warm now. The actual hot seat.
The actual hot seat.
Hey, I got the foot. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, good job.
That's it. Everything else was
Right.
neither here nor
The
there.
tire. Celestia and Fern are gonna fight.
Oh, is that Celestia friend? Yeah. Chat. That is my partner Celestia. This is Master Fern Fell of Atlantia. I wonder. Okay, chat. Let me know. When you are being filmed, does it change how you fight? I'm kind of curious because it does for me. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I want to do a little bit better.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hello, hello. How's it going? Yeah, when you guys know when y'all know you're being filmed, does it change how you perform, or does it not? Because it's not a big deal. For me, I know there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to be caught on camera and getting clipped doing something really extra dumb.
Okay, yeah.
That's like the main thing. I don't want to become a meme.
You don't want to be like Mike.
Yeah,
like
I don't want to be like Miguel.
That makes me really want to go find, just clip out the stupidest things I can find of you fighting. We have two Nicks in here today.
Double Nick. Oh, what the fuck? Edmar just got popped. He didn't do shit. Enmar, move. I know you're just warming up.
Who is Enmar fighting?
That
I
is
know that
Master Chris Cunning of Atlantia.
fighter. Oh, okay.
So we have 3 mods in the house currently.
Nice.
To give context, there's like 13 people behind me and then 4 more people on the floor. And it's pretty fucking loud in here.
Yeah. We can't. The audio is great. I can't hear anything but you. At least from.
Yeah.
Over
This
Discord.
mic is magic. Was it SM57, 58, whatever the fuck? SM7B. Yeah. Yeah, he's back there. He's back there practicing, warming up. He looks like he's good. I'll grab a fight with Cunning. We get it on wax tonight. I haven't fought him in probably years, I think. Maybe. But I'm glad he's been coming out regularly. John, what do you think?
Is wax the new slang? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, what do you think of the Fern Celestia fight in the back?
It looks like it's going pretty good. I thought Celestia a couple times had her dagger a little too, like down, and Fern has like come over a couple times, like out on the outside of her dagger, like collapsing her arm a little too much.
What do you?
That looks a little
So you fought Fern a bunch. From your experience of him thus far, what do you think is the most dangerous thing about his kit, his offensive kit?
Oh, definitely his little advanced stutter. He does. He'll do like a.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a several advances, like a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of step.
Yeah.
And then you kind of don't know when he's gonna throw on that. I find that.
Yeah, that gather to the quick disengages is dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially
And
if
he
has
keeps
room.
his sword. He moves his sword up and down, so he kind of gets your dagger to chase.
Yep.
Step, and he throws, and that's.
Yeah, he jukes you out.
Yeah, you have to I like to either just completely disengage completely and be reset the whole thing, or try to throw into it to try to keep him from getting into that kind of.
Right.
Just disrupt his flow on that.
Dom, you could be here, you know.
Yeah, isn't Dom only an hour away from me right now?
You could literally be here if you wanted to. You could then sit in the hot seat and talk with Chat and John.
Dom's actually in the correct time zone for once.
Oh. Yeah, instead of the middle of the workday.
Yeah.
Or morning coffee. I'm not certain how far apart we were. Yeah.
It seems like
Close to 12 hours. 14 hours maybe? I don't remember. And Mar's doing pretty good. I like that. Welcome in, chat. We're here watching the Stierbach practice happening live behind us. I think the head count is now probably closer to 17 humans in here. Got 3 pairs going at any given time. Bunch of newer fighters. A few mods. We've got Fern in the back in the green and gray sweatpants, as well as Chris Cunning, another mod of Atlantia, currently fighting Enmar. They're in the middle of the field. Chris in the black with the green sleeves, Enmar with the blue sleeves and a chainmail top. It's popping.
I didn't remember that. I definitely know Chris Cunning. I didn't remember that he was lefty.
Yeah, that's how long he hasn't fought. To be very honest.
Yeah.
He's been regularly coming to this practice ever since he moved in the area, or closer to us. So.
I like it when it's cool when people come back out, become consistent again. It's always great to see. Oh, nice shot from him too.
Yeah. Seeding through the outside of the blade.
Yeah.
Enmar loves that lean. That's like a go-to action for him.
Yeah.
That lean drop.
Yeah, it's cool that this practice is so well attended. That's awesome.
Yeah. We got 3 people who got offs this last weekend. at the event.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been great.
I bet it helps a little that you have a consistent practice site that's climate controlled.
Yes. Yeah. The fact that it's nice in here is huge. Like it's
Yeah.
today hit like 95 or whatever outside in my car.
Yeah. And you don't have to cancel for rain either, too, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
also a
Yeah,
big
it's
deal.
very. Yep. People will
Rainer.
always be here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal to build a good practice, I think.
Yep. They made one of the people this past week made a practice playlist and had everybody pitch in,
Oh, that's
which I
fun.
think is it's like everyone added to the Spotify playlist, and so now my speaker's going in the back there.
Yeah. What kind of music is it? Like,
It's a mix, eclectic mix, a lot of gaming music. I mean, not surprising at all.
okay, yeah,
That
makes
part.
sense.
Oh, is the floor opening up? If there's not other people in queue, I can hop back in. Oh, looks like Fern and Ulfar behind me.
Oh, okay.
And in the far back, we have a newer fighter on the left by the name of Daniel. Oh, it's Fern. The two mods are facing off. That's not me. So here we have Fern and... Yeah, it's fun. It makes it a little bit more communal. All right, John, we're going to need your running commentary on the Fern Chris fight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to bring it up on Discord? Would it be easier for you?
I think it's probably fine. It's a little bit of a delay, but
Yeah, okay.
it feels like they're very close to me.
They are very close. Right there.
I know.
Jacked each other.
Yeah, and that's like probably a good example of why the closeness. But I know the space is maybe a little small, but
Not that small. Not where they're starting for their guards small.
very nice control there by Fern of the blade.
Tiny little disengages. He's good at it. I don't love his posture, but it's only because I'm unfamiliar. It's like Fabris adjacent, right?
Yeah, I don't love it either. It worked very well there, but
Yeah. The fact that I don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't work. I think it has a lot of return on its investment if you do it well.
Mm-hmm.
Where it caps out, I don't know. That's becomes the argument.
Mm-hmm. I have more of an issue with the extended blade than the lean.
Yeah, you see how close their blades are. Because Chris barely has to move his sword to find or his dagger to find Fern's blade.
There's just not a lot of margin for error at that distance.
Yeah. I feel like it becomes a little too gunslingy.
Mm-hmm.
You want to give us your TLDR on when and how for Fabris?
Yeah. We're always good. We're always in for rants.
Yeah. Get you that
Good
soapbox.
content. Yeah.
Let us know. Oh, they're playing cut and thrust back there.
Oh yeah.
Yep. The gentle and the gray top, tan pants. He is a Hema fighter for a long time. I've known him a long time.
Cool.
Been a Hema.
Good to have crossover.
Mm-hmm. He's only just started playing he's played with SCA practices for a very long time, but only just started playing with SCA a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Has bought new armor and is wanting to get into armored as well. I was like, it's fun.
Oh, nice.
Armored is fun. He gets to test out
Do all the fighting.
Yeah. He's got a couple of really nice kits. Very period, very cool looking. He loves.
Do you not host any armored? Have you hosted an armored practice in here in a while?
Not in a while. A lot of it's those used to be on the weekends, but now once we hit that season,
The event season. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm constantly gone on the weekends.
Yeah.
The armored's still happening. It's just not here.
Yeah.
Over the winter, it was easier. Majority of the lean actions are transition motions. Yep. Most people just go, yes. That is exactly the viewpoint that I've had on that for a long time, which is a lot of those more, what I think are like extreme postures aren't ones that you stay in. They're ones that you transition through from one action to another.
Yeah, I very much agree with that as well.
I definitely get into some of those positions as I pass through it once in a while. Not often, if I can help it.
Yeah.
I heard Kevin came up to an SCA event recently in Meridier.
I think he was at MCA in Mertier's
Okay.
early in the year, and then he was at Surfa, which is a HEMA event in
Oh, he was
Atlanta.
at Surfo too. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try really hard to go to Surfo next year, I think.
If you make it a plan, I'll go with you. If you're like, I'm definitely going. It's close enough that I could drive if you wanted to fly out this way.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I want to go to MCA also real bad. Or the heavy version. When is the heavy version, Nick?
Yeah, would love to come crash. That'd be dope.
I'd say with Hannah if I was going to Atlanta. But yeah.
I think it's maybe like a 7-8 hour drive. It's not awful
Mhm.
in terms of driving distance and time.
Yeah.
I'm definitely just generally down to travel more, or have reason to travel.
Mhm.
Did you, John? How's the Patreon side going? For those who don't know in chat, John has a Patreon. He's trying to get himself funded to do more fighting.
Yeah. I'm gonna my to-do list for this week,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do that is to go up and revamp all the, put in a few more tiers.
Oh yeah,
So
do
what
the
I'm gonna,
work, make it.
yeah. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in like a certain tier. You can send me like a clip of you fighting, and I'll record a video review for that. And then at a higher tier, I'll like sit down with you like on a Discord call for like an hour and go over the video with you. Like that'll be a higher tier. I haven't figured out the exact pricing of that yet,
Yeah.
but that I'm gonna
So like
work
you get
on
an
that
hour of
this month.
coaching per X time.
Yeah,
Oh.
first if you subscribe per month, like I'll give you 1 hour of coaching a
Yeah,
month or
yeah,
something,
exactly,
and then a higher
yeah.
tier,
That's
two,
awesome.
whatever. And then at a lower tier, I'll do like you send me like a YouTube video of you fencing for like let's say it's a 5-10 minute video of you fencing.
Yeah.
And then I'll just record a video of that.
That's cool.
And send it back to you. So it won't be live. That'll be a cheaper rate, I think. Because I can do that like on my own schedule, so it's a lot easier.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It bends around
Like
the
I can do
schedule,
that.
which is the whole point.
Yeah. So that's the plan, and then once I have those tiers figured out, then I'll definitely be advertising a lot. So
Yeah.
listen up for that. So yeah.
Even more humans here. We got, I think, like 6 or 7 people who just are outside doing footwork. And then we got another
That's
like
awesome.
a dozen in here working. It's great.
Those are good to see.
Yeah. I think it's like, you know how the steps show their armored fighting?
Yeah.
And it's always very hype to me. Like, hey, check it out. There's a fuck ton of humans here. I might take another photo tonight. Push it out
You
there.
should, yeah. I think what I've thought about this a lot, and I have a good amount of experience at this point for practices. I think what really builds good SCA practices, one of the most important parts is consistency, and then consistency attendance of higher level people. So like if knights or mods go to the practice consistently, that brings out the mid-level people because they know it's value for them, and then that makes it easier to recruit new people, and then everything grows from there.
Yeah.
It's hard to start it without the higher end to begin with, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Someone anchoring it.
Yeah. So like everyone knows that you're there, right?
Yeah.
And so they can get fighting with you, and then builds off from that, I think.
That is true. I've had a lot of people like want to work, which is cool. It's very like
Yeah.
it feels good.
Yeah,
But-
definitely. I
The,
had several people at the event this last weekend tell me that they knew who I was, and I never met them before.
that's awesome.
From videos and stuff. So
Did you get any people who are like, I watch your content?
yeah, a little bit.
Awesome.
Some of them Rowan had told them about me,
yeah.
right? You know, but still they were like, "Oh, I've watched your YouTube video." And I'm like, "Okay." Or like, "It's awesome, right? Like, great. Like that's why I make them,
Yeah,
right?"
that's the whole point, pushing stuff out there.
Yeah. And I have a lot of people coming up to me now, if maybe I know them or not, but they're like, "Oh, I tried that thing that I saw in your video, and now used it and it worked in this fight or whatever,
Nice.
or I pulled it off finally or something," which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
And I have a lot of people ask me about YouTube. They're like, "Oh yeah, I watched Bumi's videos as well." So
Where I thought about what you were saying about like trying to become a higher search result for SCA, like specifically the words SCA and rapier,
yeah,
like climbing that.
yeah. No, right now when you search SCA rapier stuff, it's Yumi and Rowan's videos that are like pretty high up.
Or
So I'm chasing that 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
how close
right
are
now.
you now?
I'm 880. Let me check.
I appreciate people getting this stretching in the drills. Thank you, thank you. It's really the stretching that I like and mobility that I care about. Like if I can impart that to every human who does activity, I would love to do that. Like protect your mobility.
Yeah, 880 is what I'm at.
Nice. So you're 120 away. At
I was,
1,000, at 1,000 is when you launch your OnlyFans.
Only fencers.
Only fencers. Yeah, yeah.
When I was hanging out with Rowan, I went and
Yeah.
saw her horse, met her horse, and she was having her horse do stretches and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, Bumi would be so proud."
Yeah. Hell yeah. And proud.
Yeah.
The oiled wrestling. I'm in. So,
Oh, I did not talk about that.
all right,
yeah,
tell us
one of
about oiled
the
wrestling.
there was in one of the buildings in the cast spot at Beltane's, they had oil wrestling.
Okay.
They had like some guys would go in, get all oiled up, and wrestle each other. I couldn't see very well because it was super crowded, but it was super hyped to just be in the building.
What was the premise? Was it just literally oil wrestling for funsies, or was it like a stage show with a theme or something?
I think it was just for funsies, but
Oh, it's just some shit that like Canadians do.
I guess yeah. Those French Canadian guys, they're a great time.
You know how there's like the Turkish oil wrestling that's like slapping as well. You know what I'm talking about? There's
No, actually.
a Turkish like national pastime.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what it's called. Some Turkish ass word, but that's kind of fun. That's pretty hype. John, did you participate in the oil wrestling?
I did not. I think it was like only like 3 guys. It was like very specific,
Oh,
but
okay.
also
You
I'm
wouldn't.
not
You,
really
I
the
think you would
oil
actually need to
wrestling
shave
type.
some of your like head hair, facial hair, and head hair, so that you become slipperier. Otherwise, people they have grip.
Yeah. Well, if you go next year, oh, it's 4 guys tag team.
Oh.
See, Nick could probably see better because they're fucking tall. I couldn't see shit.
Oh shit.
You can.
I would happily sit down and watch someone get suplexed as a form of
Would
entertainment.
you wouldn't oil wrestle them?
Would I?
You wouldn't participate?
Depending on the surface, I would.
I think they put down mats. I can't remember.
There's two caveats. One, a surface where I don't get permanently injured, or like severely injured, and then two, I will ideally, and I've thought about this, right? Because I've been asked to wrestle for the Bacchanal at Penzic.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't mind being nudity doesn't bother me. I don't mind being naked in front of humans. That's fine. For me, the issue is I don't want to wrestle anybody without wearing a sports cup. Like that to me is just I don't want someone's shin or knee going into my balls. I've just done grappling for too long. It sucks. I don't want to do that.
Put down a tarp down over hardwood.
Oh, that's pretty brave. Because the wood absorbs a little bit of the impact compared to like anything like stone,
Yeah.
or concrete.
It's definitely it was only a hard surface.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
The fact that they had just a rug, that means that like if someone did get suplexed, that's a pretty gnarly slam.
Mhm.
That's a bruise, potential break. We have clear floor. I'm gonna go challenge somebody. John, tell them
Yeah.
what I do good and bad.
I'll tell them what you did good or bad.
Quebecois.
Don't get clipped.
Yeah. If I get suplexed while I'm fencing,
Mm-hmm. Slav, do you want to jump on this call on Discord, or are you busy?
Yeah, you're welcome to pop in.
Because you're welcome to. Welcome to if you want to. And we can judge Bumi together.
Yeah.
I suppose.
So no, actually, the reason why it's not supposed to be worn on its own. Take it off for a second. It's supposed to wear a helmet underneath the helmet. So you put this on.
Well, they haven't started fighting yet.
And then you'll start. It will fit perfect. So that's called a Chevalier or a secret helmet. The idea is this is great for when you're charging with a lance or dealing with the storm arrows, but it's really tough and like very difficult to see through. So the idea is once you get into the melee, if you get a break, you take this off. Sorry, that's your nose there.
Let's see who Bumi's supposed to be fighting here. Oh, Chris Cunnings. Cool. So against the lefty. Hello.
I always personally forget about the law.
You forget about it? I've been waiting for it since you said suppose you would join. Did you get back okay and everything?
Yeah. I did not get stopped at the American border like I got stopped at the Canadian border.
Good.
It was literally just like the American border was. I just stopped at the window. He was like, "Can I see your passport?" I gave it to him. He was. Then he was like, "He's like, where you going?" I told him, and he was like, "Okay." He's like, "Do you have anything you didn't have when you came in and when you left?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Okay, have a good day." And that was it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone doesn't know, chat, Nick and Slav got their car totally searched and stuff
Oh my gosh.
crossing into Canada to go up to the event. So,
It was like 45 minutes of them searching everything.
yeah, they thought they were like running drugs or something.
I mean, it was probably the combination of my passport being 2 weeks old. My ID says Georgia. The car I had is from Maine.
Yeah, and not your own car. Yeah.
No. I was like, I'm going camping, and they were like, "Where's your camping gear?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm staying in a building." And they're like, "Interesting."
I mean, it does sound a little suspicious. There could have been.
So they didn't actually care about the rapier stuff at all. For chat, they didn't care about the rapier, but they were really interested in the deuce axe. They were very confused by those.
I mean, those are
That was
confusing.
what they were really inspecting.
Yeah. Don't trust the deuce axe.
Nobody should.
Especially not when you're using one.
Just block your face. Problemo. I just realized that the other person there is a left-handed.
Yeah.
No, they thought the drugs were inside the lining of my car. Is how like deep they searched it.
Yeah. You're lucky they didn't like cut the seat open or something.
Oh my god. Oh, my mom would be so pissed.
But yeah, everyone should just don't be suspicious like Slav if you go to Canada, and then you'll be fine.
Yes, yeah, don't. I don't know what it was. Probably that combination of things.
Yeah.
It's interesting watching how Bumi fights a lefty.
Yeah. Bumi
Especially
seems good up here of keeping his opponent at a good range for him,
Mm-hmm.
which he usually does.
Well, especially a few of those shots are going wide around to the other guy's outside, so basically outdoing the lefty shot to the lefty.
Yeah. I do like doing that.
They're not used to it.
My favorite actually is if someone throws a big lefty hook shot and I just throw center and beat them with a straight line to a curve, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'll do that where I'd throw the center line and then roll arm up into like 1 to fully lock them out.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Or like really, really wide 2.
Bumi stretching.
The stretch dance. It's like magic that he can touch the ground like that.
Yeah.
Like straight too.
I cannot do that.
No, God, no! I would die.
Bumi would be disappointed. But my knees were kind of hurting after the weekend.
There's a lot of walking.
And I think the stairs. It's stupid, but the stairs got me a little.
I mean, it was like 2 flights of stairs up and down, all curved. They were pretty tall steps, especially for you.
So I told you they're metric.
Yeah, they're metric size steps.
Bumi's fighting his own cadet here.
Oh,
I think that's the name they use for. But Enmar is Bumi's student.
I wouldn't be able to tell based off of how they're fighting.
Yeah, Enmar's a lot more leany, but he
I know.
does
I
have
was
the
noticing
same
that.
guard. So we were talking. Were you? I just saw on Facebook, or Boomy brought it up that you registered for Penzic. You snuck in.
Yeah, at like 10 p.m. I remembered. I was like, oh fuck, they extended it.
I sent you the thing, and they even extended it more after that too.
I know. Yeah, so like yesterday was the last day. You sent me that, and then I immediately forgot.
Yeah,
Um,
of course you did.
and I went ahead and just did. I went and just did 2 weeks because then it gives me space to either come that Wednesday or just do the whole 2 week.
Yeah,
Because I was like, it's only a $40 difference at that point, you know,
yeah, it's true.
whether it's the 2 weeks or the 1 week.
Cool.
Because
Well, I'm glad-
it was, well, if I did 1 week, I would come on that Saturday is when you can get in on the 1 week pay. But if I come in on Wednesday, it's only like a 2 day, or it's like Friday or Saturday, so it's only like a 2 day difference if I got there Wednesday. So I was like, I'll just pay 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then if I come on like the
I think
first
it's
day, I'll be
Friday.
ready.
I think it's Friday.
Yeah.
You go for the 1 week.
I think that sounds right. Yeah, because it would be like be there Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. I could have gotten there on 1. So at that point, for $40,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Cool. Well, I'm excited. It'll be good.
I'm
PC
hyped.
gets pretty fun and chill.
I saw there's like a bunch of classes and stuff that
Yeah.
looked
There's always a ton of class.
some kind of interesting, some less so.
Oh, boom! You guys like
Oh,
taking?
we got legged.
Got killed.
And we died.
Yeah. I've never taken a class at Penzic, but
Bumi
they're there.
revenge legged. Do you get happy or like do you get proud when one of your students beats you, or do you get slightly like that shouldn't have happened, and
It
then go
shouldn't-
harder the next time?
Definitely shouldn't have happened harder the next time. It's a stupid question for me though.
Such the opposite. I'm like, good job.
No, they're supposed to kill everyone but me.
Oh no! Oh no! Bumi armed them.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. For training, I guess it's fine, but in a tournament or anything, nah.
You're not proud of them?
I guess a little bit, but I'm mostly mad at myself. But I guess if your own student beats you, it's kind of like, it's a win either way.
You're still winning in a way.
Yeah.
In a circuitous way, you still won.
Bumi's just taking no breaks here, just turning through people.
I clicked on Twitch and I got okay. Now I'm out of it. I hit like gift a bit and I don't know what a bit is, and I got stuck in the bit menu.
I don't know what a bit is either.
I think it's like tips.
Yeah, I bet Bumi could tell us.
Who's Bumi fighting now? Do you know?
I do not know this fighter.
There's somebody at Beltane who was it was that, I don't know if you saw her. It was that one lady that had I think I told you about it slightly. That had the cross. That had like the cruciform guard.
Yes.
And then I like slowly worked her into being like, okay, you should try like moving your, because I kept doing this stuff and I was like, well, if you move your sword here, oh geez, Boomy. I was like, if you move your sword here, then it'll cover this. And then she did like the really high dagger thing, where like sword low, dagger high. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That kind of guard. And I was like, well, move your sword up to here, and then over some, and move your dagger here. And now your parries are just this. And I slowly talked her into just the basic like fire trick. You're one, and I even told her, I was like, now if you go to this one, if you go to this. Like search medieval media or just search SCA rapier, go to the one that says John Drake or medieval media and go look at that.
Here, spreading the word.
Spreading the good word.
The good word. Nice.
Slowly, one at a time, making everybody go refuse dagger forward.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be a more annoying world to live in because you have to it'll be harder to kill people, but.
So yeah, John, you're if you teach enough people through the Patreon and stuff, eventually they'll all do that and they'll get harder to fight.
Yeah. That'll be more fun. I need more of a challenge.
Yeah, but you do heavy now. It doesn't really matter for you.
Actually, yeah. Just gonna ban rapier when I win crown.
There you go. Just for funsies. Just start to say you're gonna do it in court.
That would be a good joke, honestly.
Oh, it'd be a hilarious bit.
Yeah.
You're sort of everyone just be like, I think everyone in Rapier should take a break for a bit.
Like, it was a good experiment. You know, we tried it. It didn't really work out.
No, no. Say that Antiora should go back to light Rapier with that base.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Well,
some people might like that.
Yeah, that's true. We bring out some old school people.
Yeah, some of the old people would be like, oh, sweet.
Yeah. I just got an ad on Twitch.
Should have Twitch Prime.
Oh fuck.
Your Amazon. You have Amazon Prime. You get Twitch Prime.
I don't have my own Amazon Prime.
You can link it to. If it's your parents, you can link it to them. You can link theirs to yours.
You're probably not watching Twitch.
No, I don't have an ad. I'm watching fighting.
Good for you.
No, Lindsay has. So we have Amazon Prime, but it's through Lindsay's stuff. So then I just link that to my Twitch, and then now I don't have ads because I subbed to Bumi.
Thank you. Also, where the fuck did my camera?
Yeah, it kind of went away. And then John is stuck in ad limbo.
I'm stuck in an ad.
Hello. Face is back. Chat, that was exhausting.
You fought like 3 people in a row without breaks.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Now I'm sweaty. Glazed in sweat.
I like when you got legged and killed, and then you revenge legged and slowly picked apart.
I gotta, sometimes. Once in a while. Occasionally, I'm petty.
Occasionally.
Depends on who it is, too. If it's John, I'm more petty.
You're super petty with me.
But it depends on the person. So, and the biggest key being punching across or up. That's the main thing. I'm trying not to be petty with punching down.
Are you punching across or up when it's me?
I think across, slightly upward, slight upward angle.
Just a little tilt.
Based on our historical data, right?
Yeah. I'm just curious what you thought.
Yep.
You still were talking about your stupid underdog thing.
Oh,
John needs the
yeah.
affirmations.
I still am. I think I still am. I don't know if Slav agrees with me, but I think I am. In
Bumi's the underdog.
If Bumi and I fight, is he the underdog?
Yeah, but only in that context.
I don't know if that meets the definition of underdog.
That's what I say. Even if I'm slightly favored, right? That doesn't make him an underdog.
I thought by definition, even if I'm like half a point off in Vegas odds, I'm the underdog in the card.
I'm gonna
Oh.
Google underdog.
Yeah,
I mean, I
let's
guess
get us a
that's-
real
that's
definition.
possible.
Chat, let us know if you agree.
Yeah.
Is being slightly less good than somebody considered underdog, or is it
So-
because it's too close? That's all right.
A competitor thought to have little chance of winning a fight
Oh.
or contest. I mean, I would say you don't have a little
I don't.
chance of
I don't
winning.
think I'm an underdog in that definition. I cede that
That's-
definition.
But-
Incorrect definition.
Bumi could have a point. I will consider. Bumi could have a point about if by Vegas odds you are not
Unless you're
favored,
Yeah.
Vegas
What are-
Does that make
odds
you the underdog?
Underdog.
even if it's slightly.
What is the word other than underdog? Because if underdog
So-
assumes a golf,
So for Vegas odds underdog,
That says we're too
the
close.
underdog odds are between plus 150 to plus 300.
oh, so even in Vegas odds, there's a gap. It's like a larger gap.
Yeah, I don't think your Vegas odds underdog either.
So what is the correct word if not underdog?
Odds for the underdog are greater than 300. Barring unforeseen circumstances, the underdog is likely to lose.
Right. I don't know. That's a good question. John, am I likely to lose?
I don't know what is likely?
I know. That's,
How
that's
much-
my point. That's a very vague ass definition.
Let me Google the word likely.
I feel like if we're in a Rapier tournament and Uni Fence, I feel like I historically have won more of those than lost against you.
You have. That's not.
But it's
that's data.
close, right? It's close. Even the times I win, it's a close fight, right? It's not like I'm just smoking you every time. So it's
I think that an underdog would be like a an AOA or like a new GOA fighter.
I feel
is
like
in
there's
there.
definitely mods that are underdogs against us.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so what is the better word? Let's flex our thesaurus. Let me pull up Google.
Dark.
Well, here I guess
no.
it would then I count as underdog at that point. I think that's closer to being underdog.
Maybe that might be closer, but I don't know that it's still quite.
I don't know if it's still 300 plus odds, but
I don't
it's
think
definitely
so.
closer to underdog.
Underdog, but
'Cause what was it, Boomy? We were
Closer.
7-3 was the odds.
7-3, 8-2. We're somewhere in between there. Word for underdog, but close.
Underdog, but close. It's just gonna be like not underdog.
That's one of those interesting
Yeah.
sports psychology things of like, should you always choose to be like, regardless of whether you are, should you put yourself in that mentality of having to fight up so that you stay hungry? Or is that
I
like
personally
unfair?
do better when I feel like I'm favored.
Oh, interesting.
Like I want to feel confident, and I want to feel like I'm
okay? It's the other
just going to-
direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Rowan was talking
I don't
about their like, you know, the like too anxious but also too confident mix, the
Yeah.
blend. I thought it was a very fascinating
Yeah.
mix of the things that creates like the perfect scenario to fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little different for everyone too.
Where do you land, Slav? In terms of like, if you had to give percentages to like, I suppose anxiety or worry or fear, however you want to classify those, versus confidence, the other side of it. What blend would you want? What cocktail works best for your performance?
The only one minor thing in that is I don't have as much of that competitive, but I think I think I would rather be more on that like more on the like I'm worried about losing, so I gotta like really tighten up.
Okay. So it's like more incentivized if there's a moment where you're like, I really don't want to drop this one.
Yeah. Or especially if it's like oh fuck, I'm down one, I really gotta like dig in here, you know, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's
I
actually a
agree
really
with
good question.
yeah.
I'll
I
go
agree with
around.
chat's definition of underdog, by the way.
It's
But
surprising, yeah.
I think that's a good way of putting it.
I think if a woman would be surprised. That's not. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Petey.
So, Bumi's not an underdog.
Yeah. I don't think I'm an underdog in this context. All right, chat. What's a better word? Help. I did a little bit of Googling. There's not really great synonyms for underdog that aren't just that same word. They don't-
It's just underdog.
yeah,
in a
it just
different
means like
way.
golf. Golf
It's
is-
not. It's definitely like being a dark horse is definitely similar to underdog.
Yeah.
Maybe with a little bit more of a chance.
I feel like dark horse is even. I think it's the other way. Like underdog versus dark horse. Dark horse is like,
No, but a dark horse is
Let's
this
see,
person you're
dark
saying
horse.
they have a chance,
oh.
but it's just unlikely.
So am I
versus
more of a
underdog,
dark
you're saying,
horse?
You're definitely not a dark horse. Either.
Okay, so a dark horse is a candidate or competitor about whom little is known, but who unexpectedly wins or succeeds.
Oh nope,
Yeah.
definitely not that definition.
So
So I
then,
guess
no.
it
So I
makes
think I
someone-
could be dark horse then at that point, because I'm not SCA famous.
Yeah.
Depending
We
on the
usually,
context,
I guess
yeah.
we usually say someone could be a dark horse, right? Like the
Yeah.
person
Well, it's all context
used a
dependent.
little different. Yeah.
I think on, U.S. like SCA, you're. I guess we could be dark horses on the West Coast.
Oh, there you go.
I think Bumi, you and I are still pretty known on the West Coast.
Yeah, you guys have fucking YouTube channels and Twitch stuff. I don't know if that really makes you the opposite of a dark horse.
That's
I think
what I
at
was
that
thinking.
point.
In terms of like functional, I suppose,
Yeah.
branding.
You don't get to have a dark horse if you have your own platform.
Yeah, that's
we
very
regularly
fair.
meet people who have know who we are before we've met them, right?
Yes.
Yes, very true.
You
So-
very much don't get to be that then.
Fuck, we're out of words. We need a better dictionary here.
We need like someone who's actually like a word person, not like
I think Fern would be a dark horse.
Person.
we're just dumb jocks here talking about shit.
Fern, I think, was a dark horse, or that shield guy, John.
Yeah, Shield Bro. Yeah.
Shield bro. Both
Whatever.
really both shield bros.
Seeing as we're calling him Shield Bro, I think that definitely counts.
Are you talking about Night Shield Bro or the other Shield Bro?
Both. I was really referring to both.
Both. Okay. There has been multiple Shield Bros that have been dark horses in
Yeah,
that
uh-huh.
specific tournament. The best of the best tournament.
I
Yeah.
got fucking wrecked by another shield bro at golf.
Yeah. Wait, who? What Shield Bro wrecked you at golf?
Current Ocean champion.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Well, he just stepped. Brendan. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the OG Shield Bro.
I was like, I guess if you are away long enough, enough people turn over, you become a dark horse again, even though
Yeah.
you were once well known.
Mhm. He was also I don't know if he was ever as well known out of Kingdom. You know.
Oh, just well known in Kingdom.
Yeah, I
Of
don't know
course.
for sure, but
Okay. Look at what Fern is teaching. He's teaching sword control.
Fern would probably be a little bit of a dark horse, probably in the
Oh, definitely.
known world stage.
Yeah, even at Penzig.
Yeah. And again, Slav would probably be as well.
Okay, question, Slav. Do you think you are more of a dark horse than Fern? Like, if we went around and asked, have you heard of Master Nicholas Slav, or have you heard of Master Fern, Fernfell? You think more people?
Oh,
would-
I think Fernfell. I think Fernfell is more well known than I am because I'd heard of Fernfell, like down in Meridies.
Oh,
on,
okay.
Like,
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no concept. Right, because
When
I'm
did
only
you
stuck in
meet?
my little Atlantia bubble, primarily.
When are you first aware of Fern as a person, Slav?
from Wistrick.
Oh, okay, from Wisher.
Have you guys, have y'all fought directly? Like in a pickup or anything?
I don't think so. I think even at Pensic or nothing, I don't think we did at all.
Yeah. Y'all are both at Gulf Wars,
Yeah, we're both at Gulf Wars before.
Okay.
even in the same camp, essentially.
Did I fight him? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
don't
thinking
remember you
about.
fighting him. Doesn't mean you
I don't-
didn't.
I don't know. I don't think I did. I didn't do a significant amount of pickups at this Gold Force.
It was pretty exhausting by the end, to be honest.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I was
Oh,
dying.
oh, spear dueling.
Spear time.
I love it.
Bumi, your face cam is gone
What the fuck?
on the stream. It's
Yeah,
a
I
black
know.
box.
I see it. Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix it.
Yeah, it's interesting. The idea of who in the rapier world, like in the rapier community on a known world level, is more well known compared to other people is interesting to me.
Do you
Ooh,
think?
how about Kato? Kato getting that far. Maybe that would be Dark Horse.
Kato, that was a dark horse when Kato did, and I would say that's similar with Tiny Nick at the one that
The
The one that
3v3?
got second?
yeah, or the when he had that fight with Nova that was kind of ugly, right? I think that was kind of a dark
Yeah.
horse.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I think so. I'd say even from both of them, because nobody knew who Nova was.
Yeah, that's true.
That was like Nova's first real SCA thing, even.
Especially outside of the Outlands, yeah.
Yeah. He's an almost exclusive Outlands player.
Yeah, so those were probably some dark horse runs. There's kind of always one or two, like just because of the way a tournament works, right? The way the bracket works out. There's often one or two people that will have a deeper run that you're like, hey, what? Oh, I didn't expect this person to be, or who is this, or
I think Rowan's
You know.
probably too well known now.
Rowan's
Rowan 100%
Rowan is
too
one
well
of the
known.
Rowan is very well known Fencer.
Yeah. That it is a very interesting question of like who is known and why. Like what are the reasons, right?
Ooh, yeah, like, oh, yeah, what are they known for?
People aren't always known for just being like good, right? Some people are just known because they're just a kind of a character.
I think it is
right?
more than
Personality.
raw prowess, though. I think raw prowess is like a small sliver of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it is, like I think, I know I stick out like a sore thumb in the context of the SCA in terms of like visibility.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
is
there's definitely those
like-
people that like you only know that like there's people that I know about in the sense of like, oh, they're like not in prowess wise, but like, oh, they're a super good teacher type thing, you know?
Right, yeah, or people talk about them or easy to point out.
Mhm.
I was like, I
Well,
think.
there's those.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, there's just those people who like go to every war, right, and hang out, and everyone kind of knows who they are, even if, or they're often a marshal or something.
Yeah. Like they're always there at everything.
I feel like Hawk, who who passed away. I feel like she was super well known.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
100%.
Hawk was very well known, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't an amazing fighter, but everyone knew her. 'Cause
Yep.
she was
Played
like,
around the
when
multiple
she marshaled
kingdoms.
a lot.
Was
Mhm.
very
well-traveled.
gregarious human.
Yeah.
Because like she was good, but she was not. That was not the thing she was known for overall. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I feel like-
honestly think good is like the smallest part. Like it does matter, but I think it's a small tick in the overall well-known portion.
Mhm.
Whereas I think
agree.
You have to be really, really good for that to be the only thing, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that's your branding is just being good.
Like, if you just win, if you just win every tournament, then people will start to know you because your name gets called out more often than other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're a forgettable human, then people will still forget you.
Yeah. So especially like even if you win every tournament, but then you disappear and you're not there at all, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've known people who are like, they win all the things, but then like they skip court, they don't hang out with people, you know, they just like win and then leave.
Right, and then poof.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting. Like now, I'm kind of curious if there was a pie chart on the various factors, which ones weigh what percentage in
Well,
terms of.
Bumi,
like,
you would check a lot of the boxes as
I
far
check
as
a
like
ton.
to be well known,
I
right?
I
Like
stick
across
out,
all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I stick out visually,
Good-
just period. That's
Good fighter, physically good, tall. You're like a minority, right? You're
Mhm.
not a white. There's not that many in the SCA.
No,
So
You're
you-
outgoing.
Yeah, very outgoing.
gregarious helps. Have a media
At the
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, has multiple media channels.
Yeah.
Try. Although those are very small, I think, relative to the scale of at least the brand that I've built in that context.
Yeah.
The Boomy Bus.
Really,
brand.
like when a bunch of other people became Boomy to like everybody and like to merchants and to other people. I mean, that's like, oh no, I've like completely owned this space. If you are roughly if you roughly look like me, you've now like it's hard to compete for the name.
Yeah.
Does having a battle barn contribute to that as well? Having your own
On space.
having
definitely
your own
helps
space to
locally.
have people at.
It helps
At
local
least in
presence.
Kingdom.
Yeah, in Kingdom it definitely helps. I have like, it's one of those things that like, I think a lot of people talk about, like at the like intermediate to like advanced fighters tend to talk about like high-end competitors in a very like good light, especially if they're like decent humans, like they're not like a huge dick.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. It's very pleasant. So I think a lot of that happens. Like that's why I think John gets a big reputation, because definitely every Onstioran talks about John as like, oh, he's what we aspire to be.
He is
Yeah.
he is a lion now.
Or martially
Goddamn it.
speaking, certainly.
Yes.
But I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I want to be a peer the way John's a peer. I'm sure that happens to you, Slav. Like, I feel like you have
Yeah.
a very like like a big presence, not just because you're big, like not just because you're tall.
I did I did have a moment of one of those John moments of someone where I'd never met them, but then they were like, "Oh, you're Nicoslav." Like then they talked about like, "Oh yeah," like, and they introduced me to someone to me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is Nicoslav." They've like trained like a bunch of like big fighters out of Meridiers, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yep. Well, I mean, the people that you train or you affect or that you like impart some sort of like, I suppose, emotional memory to, hopefully a good one, they'll tell other people about that experience. That's just how that goes.
Yeah. I think also, Slav, your definitely brand is growing. Like, because you go to other Gulf Wars, but you
Mhm.
also go. You've gone to a Penzik. Now you're gonna go to another Penzik. You come on these streams sometimes.
That probably helps.
Okay.
You
Okay.
you went up
Question:
to an event in the East.
Did you meet more people who now know you as Slav, the person with the Jello shots in the walker? or,
I did that story did come up
or
because
did,
now
I was like, I feel like you might have gotten more followers, like
'Cause your walker is fucking
notoriety
sticky.
for the Walker Jello shots than you, than anything else at Gulf Wars specifically. That's just like
Oh,
a
wait, I guess
memorable moment.
that would be actually, now that I think about it, the walker and the cane and all that would
Yeah.
cause some more of that sort of memorableness
Mm-hmm.
in terms of being the person that scoots themselves to the field and then goes and fights and
Mhm.
scoots away.
that
You're-
is, I think it adds to like the mystique or the brand.
Yeah.
What was it? It's in one of your one of the early John COVID streams. They watched the last Penzik fights, and someone said like that was some fucking Yoda motherfucker shit, is what they said.
that's pretty legit. I think that's
Yeah.
strong Yoda energy. That's a
I mean, yeah, like I did have someone in Meridian say that I was like a very what's the right, where I was like aspirable in the sense for like disabled fighters and stuff like that, at least, kind of thing.
Your face cam is going in, if you care.
I already went and
Let
reset
me
it.
disappear.
It's being butts. I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out. I might pull it
Um,
off at some point. I'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah. Also, like this sounds bad, but also like the fact that you hang out with Bumi and I now at Wars.
I've attached myself like a
That
lamprey.
will. Well, yeah. I mean, that's just. We were just talking about like we're
All right.
pretty well known,
Fuck
and
you,
so
Cam. I'm taking off my face cam for right now. I'll fix it later. All right.
yeah. But I think that does have a like an impact. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, because then it ends up being where then with and get associated with or get introduced to all the other people as well.
That is how I think people in the business kind of like grow their own following. It's like spend one session streaming with every major other streamer in order to grow a brand, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
I'm not so. I don't have the hunger to like do that. I'm not trying to make money.
Yeah.
If I
It's
get to-
fun to. It's interesting to think about it on the smaller SCA like just SCA
Who's
scale.
the,
Like the
who is
people.
the biggest skating influencer in either armored or fencing? Let's just go with fencing.
I mean,
Who's the biggest fencing?
true influencer, or like just the biggest name in like
Yeah.
people. If you like walked around
Let's go
any SCA
fencing.
kingdom and asked them.
Oh, is
yeah.
it Tora?
Toro?
In the fencing sense, it may be Tora, honestly. Like the biggest brand, effectively.
Cora would be up there.
Is there anyone else who can compete? I don't know.
Davius?
Davies is a very strong brand.
Most people know who Davius is.
Davies, yeah, and yeah, and even outside of a fighting context, a lot of people know who
Yeah.
Davius is just because he is very memorable and he's even more gregarious and friendly than Bumi is.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He doesn't do as much social media. Well, he does. He's pretty active on Facebook. Like he doesn't post
Yeah.
videos, but he's posts a lot of memes.
Yeah, and he used to travel a shit ton.
Travels all the time. Yeah.
Fucking day trip to Penzik and shit like that before.
Yeah.
Driving all the way up.
Definitely not anymore. Connor would have been on the list at one point.
Oh yeah, Connor had major presence.
Connor checks all the boxes too. Friendly, memorable, good fighter too.
Mm-hmm.
Fights in a weird way, you know.
I mean, even I know about Connor.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd heard of Dominic before I met him.
Dom, you still in
Yeah,
chat?
Dominic
if
would be
he's
one
here.
that's
Yeah.
known.
Dom, are you still in chat? I would love to hear what you think about branding. Who do you think is the biggest brand? And it's very interesting because it's ever evolving, right? Like stars rise and fall. That's just how that goes.
Yeah.
And as people turn over, that changes.
Yeah, and
But
it's
then
different.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, I thought about, but then you also have like the opposite. Like there's like some people. We're not gonna name anybody, of course, but there is like the notorious like
infamy,
negative renown of like, oh yeah, that guy type renown.
yeah.
You know, at the same time.
Fern. All right, I've got 2 questions for you. All right, the first question is, yeah, you can be in. First question is, when you are fighting, do you like in a tournament context, do you think if you had to put a percentage out of 100 on like the appropriate amount of fear, anxiety versus the amount of confidence going into a fight, how would you put those percentages? Just like off the dome, whatever you say.
So I'm going to answer first with a question. Is this my first fight? Is this the mid fight? Or is this first fight?
Let's say chance
Okay.
fight. So
Oh gosh, it's chance fight.
It's chance fight. You get 1.
All right. Assuming I've warmed up a little bit,
Yeah.
it's going to be 80% fear,
Okay.
10% confidence, and 10%. I don't even know what's going on.
Is that actually
Isn't
how
there
you are?
Isn't that a song?
Is that how I am?
Is that how you
there's a
are? Or is that
Fortnite song.
what is your ideal cocktail?
That's how I am.
Okay.
My ideal cocktail is 45% fear, and the rest of it just trust.
Okay.
Right?
Believing in your
Yeah.
what you've done. Next question
Like a
that I have
margarita.
is, do you know Master Slav of Murdiers?
Yeah, I know him. I actually hit him really hard at at a war point.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nicholas, if you're there, I'm sorry.
I don't remember that at all.
I remember.
that was how hard it was. You don't even remember.
Nicholas,
No, I guess
you were in
I
the
guess it's a
backfield.
good thing. It wasn't hard enough
the,
for me to remember.
So this was the last war point. We were in the kind of town battle where you had to like advance towards broken not huts, and you had to turn them into res points if you were controlling them. But yeah, you were in the backfield, and I came up from right behind, and the moment we looked at each other's eyes, I stabbed you in the face, and we were already too close. And I'm like, oh god, yeah, we both were like, that was too hard. Anyway, I know you.
I think I vaguely remember that. Yeah, but it was not like a hey. It was very much of like a that was too hard. But we were both we were both jumping
like, oh,
around.
Oh no, swearing's fine. You can say fuck all you want. The reason we're asking is we were talking about like who has the biggest fencing brand in our game, like who, and then why, like who, like what components make their brand big versus others who are like very skilled people but are lesser, like significantly lesser known across the known world.
All right. So are you asking basically like?
It's a combination of like traits plus like who do you think is like?
Oh, we didn't even say Remy from the East.
Yeah, Remy?
Oh yeah.
He's pretty.
Yeah,
well
Remy's
known.
a good point. Like, so this is a marketing. I assume this is a marketing question.
We'll trade. I'm gonna go get.
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
Someone in chat said it right as I said it.
Remy.
Oh, Remy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Remy's probably like got the biggest leg up in terms of marketing for himself. He is a marketing person by profession, so there's that.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, if we're talking about brand name, I mean, the people who I can name are one, the Black Tigers, because it's Toritaka. He has a Patreon. Then Remy, because he's a marketing person, that's his job. And then there's someone else. I'm forgetting who.
Where are they from?
Say what?
Where are they from?
Some of the names that we had thrown out were Davius. Everyone knows who Davius is.
Yeah.
Like, as
Oh,
far
I
as,
see what you're
like-
saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of personality, then.
It's like it's a combination, right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's,
yeah.
Like, do people know someone? It's like we're like people who are good fighters who tend to be like, but it's not. But there's a lot of people who are really well known who aren't necessarily just winning every tournament. But then there are those who are. It's like a
Right.
some combination. Like, what's the Venn diagram or the pie chart? The traits you have to have that causes people
So
to just be someone who everyone knows who they
yeah.
are.
So if I were to put a Venn diagram in here, there'd be 3 circles. One being personality. Another one being presence, like just presence anywhere. And then the other one being skill levels. Like, are they winning champs fights? Are they being noticed in tournaments? Are they winning big up tournaments and at like war points and everything? I can think of, oh gosh, I want to call him Dr. Doom. He's the guy who fights 2 case of long
Oh,
swords.
Will Death, yeah.
Will Death,
Death?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Death.
Because like he doesn't have an online personality.
Yeah, he doesn't
or an
even have
online
a
presence,
Facebook
I should say.
profile.
But I mean, you see him on the field, you know who he is.
Yeah.
Death is an interesting one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one I not thought of. But he is pretty well known. Everyone knows him,
Mhm.
or they can at least
Right.
describe him if they don't know him.
Yeah.
You know.
And Davius is kind of on. He's got personality. He's got skill. He's less so on the online presence, but he also made a splash when he turned in his mod color during that situation.
Mhm.
So,
He used to be pretty active on Facebook, like posting a ton of memes. You know, like.
yeah.
And then he has it where, Davius is like physically there, like you just know Davius, and like he's
very well traveled. He goes
yeah,
to
and
every-
he's-
there was a while where he was going to every event,
Mhm.
every big war, and he was going like out of kingdom events pretty often.
he's such a big personality.
Yeah, he is. I love him to death, though. I miss that guy.
Yeah, I love Davis. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I'd also said Connor, not as much now, but at one point he was very well.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Connor had presence and he had personality. He also
skill.
had skill.
Yeah. And he was well traveled too. He would go out of kingdom a lot
Yeah.
too, and he was definitely the I think he was the face of Atlantia for a while, or at least SCA for Rapier. He was definitely the face of Atlantia for a little bit.
Well, I think he's got competition with Giacomo.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Giacomo.
That's true. I mean, I don't think I think probably Bumi is the face of Atlantean Rapier right now.
I mean, Bumi's the most well-known face. I mean, because
Yeah.
Bumi just travels a lot, wins a lot. You know, he also has an online presence, so he's got all of that going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Giacomo's the kind of person who people hear about and never meet.
That's true, yeah.
And then
I have Giacomo quotes that I tell people regularly I didn't hear him say them. I heard them from other people,
Yeah,
from people in my kingdom, like Constantine
there
told
are
me them.
society-level rules made because of what he's done.
Because of Giacomo, yes.
Yeah. So, that's a good. Giacomo's another good one that I hadn't necessarily
Yeah.
considered actually. That's, yeah.
Was
Good perspective on this.
What about
Yeah.
I want to call him Trap. Is that his SC name?
Yeah, Trapon.
Oh yeah, Trap.
Yeah, because like he's not.
Trap's a
I
good
don't. I'm friends with him on Facebook, but I don't see him post a lot. I might be ignoring him too. I don't know.
He doesn't. I don't think he does post a lot.
Yeah.
No.
But like, you see him on the field. He has a very specific helmet that nobody else
Yeah.
has. And he also has like the way his mannerisms are. You can just tell it's him.
Yeah.
So
And he's like also always there too. Like
Yeah.
every
Yes.
war.
Yeah.
Just fights a ton.
And it's and that's that bit where you don't necessarily know him for his prowess, but you know him for the other two kind of thing.
Yeah. Though he is a solid fighter.
He's good, but that's like when I think about him, I'm not thinking about his fight. I'm thinking about his how he looks and how he is and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking about Remy, Giacomo, Connor.
Yeah. I thought Connor might have had, for me, that was the biggest brain. Like, he's Atlantean, so that's why he would have had the biggest name, right?
I mean, I'm just like, who are the most well known? Well, Giacomo's one because society knows about the rules that were created for him.
Yeah.
You know?
Giacomo's one where I definitely don't know about Giacomo's prowess, really, you know? It's really just the other stuff, same thing.
He's a loud, big, loud
He is
personality.
very loud.
So, yeah, he is. But, like, Giacomo was a monster when he was younger and more fit. This is like, oh gosh, 20, 25 years? I don't want to give a proper number here because it was a while ago. But this is back when rapiers were just epées.
Back in the epées days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an absolute monster back then, so I'm told.
Yeah, I believe that.
I will throw out some other Atlantean name that barely anyone knows, but he has a presence. It's Master Joffrey Gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's like, who's this? He's the premier Atlantean White Scarf.
Okay.
And he's got, like, he doesn't have the presence, and his skill level hasn't really evolved as much as some of the others here. But he's really, really nice guy, and like, you won't know who he is until you meet him, and then you'll remember him for the rest of your life.
People do. I think I had heard of him before I met him. To be fair, actually, so because I think he maybe used to live in Onstura, like way back.
Now, I'm naming Atlanteans here because I know a lot of Atlanteans, so...
Yeah, yeah. But there's a decent number of Atlanteans that have a pretty good presence on the known world stage.
Yeah.
Atlantea is in a good spot to be able to get to Gulf Wars and Penzik, sort of equally, you know?
Yeah.
Like a geographically wise.
I think, there, as far as at one point in Onstura, I think Robert McFarland was maybe the most well-known outside of the kingdom. Kingdom was in Trimaris and is not quite well-known, but I mean, he's still Society Rapier Marshal right now. So.
Yeah.
Robert's another one where I don't, is that I've heard about him, more often I've heard about him not because of his fight, but because of, again, like his personality or stuff about him or stories about him rather than his fight itself, you know?
Yeah. He'd be kind of a similar Giacomo type in a way.
Yes, I would say that's similar type of thing.
Yeah.
Rough around the edges a little sometimes.
Only rough.
There's a lot of personality out there.
Yeah. We're on stream right now, so.
Let's see.
No, I love Giacomo and Robert, actually. I love both those guys. Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
Robert's great, especially. I love Robert. He just pops up randomly all the time.
Yeah.
Especially at Gulf Wars, I'll just be like, he just pops up and then we're suddenly talking.
Yeah.
For like 30 minutes.
Uh,
Robert likes to talk if he likes you.
He does.
Otherwise, he's very quiet and just kind of standing there.
I'm watching the fights here. I don't know.
John, what do you think? John, what do you think at this point? At this point, would I end up being the more well-known of the Meridians overall, potentially?
Who?
I mean, the other ones would be. I mean, Wistrick is Wistrick, but Wistrick's not as active as the other thing. You know, Wistrick's a lot of. Yeah.
Wistrick has caused several known world incidences.
Yes.
So, regardless of what you think about that, he's pretty well known.
Yes. Wistrick's also that weird of where it's well known in an Atlantean and Meridian sense.
But he's also, because he's played pretty seriously in two kingdoms. That
Yes.
helps.
So yeah, actually, I would agree. Probably Wistrick is probably the most. But then he doesn't actively fight and go to stuff as much anymore.
Yeah. I think he would be up there. I think.
Maybe Tyanic or Kato at this point.
Yeah. You know, in a weird way, Joe has gained.
Joe's got some. Yeah, actually, yeah, Joe, because Joe knows everybody.
Yeah. Not for her fight, but for her just for her making drinks for people and stuff too.
I mean, Joe has that personality of being memorable and just being like gregarious and talks to everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Meridia's.
then-
Oh, for being real frank about it, let's be frank about this. Meridia's was not like a super relevant kingdom in the rapier world for a long time.
Oh God, no. Oh, 100% no. 100%
And so it
no.
wasn't definitely like going to Gulf Force Pennsic. You would not really think of the Meridian rapier fighters. Like,
No.
that was not the people you remember. That is definitely changing. That was definitely changing now.
Yeah.
I mean, you had it where even Wishtrick would even go fight with the Atlanteans rather than us most of the time.
Yeah, but it's definitely a relevant rapier kingdom now, which is cool to see because that was not the way it was when I was first starting to go to Gulf Wars and Pennsic and
See,
stuff. So
when I was a free scholar, was Davius who was in Trimaris during that
Yep.
time.
yeah, I think so.
Oh gosh, I'm forgetting a name. It's a female fencer who died of cancer fairly
Hawk.
recently. Yeah, Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk was only mentioned earlier in that same thing of just everybody knows Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had mentioned Hawk as far as a name that people know.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of not necessarily known for winning everything, but known for like across the board for everything else.
Yeah. Oh, I like what.
That's the other thing, yeah, is like in chat, a lot of early Meridian mods were not actually originally from Meridier, so their context ends up being kind of different in terms of where they're known from. Is a good point.
Yeah.
But
When I was actually starting fencing, well, at least my fencing stuff here in Lancia, there's a guy by the name of Gavin, who
Oh, I know.
moved to Callantier.
Yeah.
And
I know,
Gavin
yeah.
was the guy who basically started the Callantier CNT scene that I'm aware of.
Yeah, like without him, they wouldn't have had anything. They would have just been still heavy only.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I do know him. He's done a lot of good for that kingdom. I think
He's also great. I like him.
Hmm.
I like he wears nice hats.
he does wear nice hats. That's true.
That's the other thing comes up in terms of other people. You think about them a lot, garb-wise. If they don't stand out personality-wise, they can sometimes stand out garb-wise.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Now I'm all cooled down. I want to go back to fighting again. I need to warm up.
Yeah, go fight if you need to. Don't let us keep
No,
you.
go fight. Yeah, don't do this. No, go fight. That's more fun.
Cool. I'm gonna get back in there.
Yeah. You can
Pretty
let
s-
us have our stupid who's most famous SEA skating conversation.
So I think Meridian also has a weird thing in that a lot of the older gen, I mean like the older gen Meridians, were much more well known across the board in terms of like kingdoms that go to Gulf Wars wise, but then they kind of hit that bit of where they stopped traveling much and becoming either fight dipped or they started traveling less kind of thing, and then there was that real low dip in the middle, and now it's kind
Oh.
of going up again, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. And that dip is probably the period where I was like coming out, being more
Yeah.
aware of what's going on
Yeah.
at the world level, and so
Which I think timeline-wise that would work out, because we had it where for a while, like 2 or 3 tournaments at Gulf Wars were sponsored by Meridians,
yeah,
by like
yeah.
Izzy Corbin, and even like my dad Mikolai did a bunch of stuff. Back in the rapier Laurel days.
yeah.
This is a literal Throwdown Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were going.
Oh yeah, play a little bit of Thrust, you know. I enjoy it. It's a little cheesy because I understand like rapier cuts are kind of like they're not very effectual. Even if you're naked, they're like only so effectual. I think.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like,
It depends on
I
the
think
cut,
head-
of course, and the location.
head is probably still reasonably.
I was like head, eye, neck, all that face is all really good.
Well, I guess are you? I guess it's the are you simulating a we're fighting to blood, or are you simulating a we're fighting to kill
Yeah.
situation?
In my
is where
head,
that kind of
the
becomes.
kill is the goal.
yeah.
Which means that like a lot of cuts that I do in cut and thrust is I would not try that. and if
In
I
a
were
real
fighting
fight.
for my life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I know that.
But if you're just fighting like we're just fighting a first blood duel, then
Yeah, some of my
rapier
stuff could work.
does.
Yeah. The way
45 rapier at that point does pretty well.
I could see doing like making the rule if you're using like a thin rapier blade, only head cuts being like counted.
Right.
Like I'd be fine if that was the rules that we chose.
I mean, a lot of the HEMA tournaments with rapier, they have that where like thrust to like body or head will be like 3 points for rapier stuff, and then like cuts to head is 3 points, but then cut or thrust everywhere else is 1 point, just because like that's a target where you wouldn't accomplish much, when you're kind of thing.
I would love to do more experimentation, like myself, hands-on with a sharp. I think it'd be fun. And maybe make
Oh
a
my
fun
God.
video. Like sharpen one of my old blades, and like grab some, like
Get some pig carcasses.
yeah, just pig carcasses. Yeah, exactly. Like and cut at tendons, cut at like. I have the hypothesis that if I did a pull cut of my false edge on the inside of the knee, right? Like you do that quick little pull cut,
Oh.
that it should separate that one protruding tendon that everyone
That would-
has in the medial. I
That
think.
would be very unpleasant.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty gnarly, debilitating blow because it will cut. You only need half an inch out of that tendon. That's a major weakness now in their leg. But I don't know. That is all like hypothesis.
I have stabbed a ballistics gel
Yeah.
cube once with a reasonably sharp rapier. That was pretty cool. Didn't cut it, just stabbed it.
There was someone here that did an ANS project of how much does period like clothing help stop like a cut effectively also.
That's also
So
interesting.
then and they did it where they actually got like sides of pig, so they got like the whole. Basically, they bought just like the rectangle cutouts so you had actual skin down to meat.
Yeah.
And they did it where they got a sharp and they did both thrusts and cuts to that to see if it protruded. So they start with like a 1 layer of linen, 2 layer of linen, that kind of thing, and then to simulate either where it would be just linen like a shirt. But then they did it with the equivalent of a doublet, stuff like that.
That's cool. What was the results on the like? How much does it take the heat off a cut in linen?
So it was for just the 1 layer of linen. Thrust, of course, go through. The cut for just a layer of linen deaded the cut a little bit, but it still was able to actually get like a slice on the skin. And then the doublet actually surprisingly did. It took out most of the cut, and even on the thrust, it actually ended up taking like a little bit more kind of pressure.
That's surprising. I didn't
To
know
get
if
through
that was
kind
the. I wouldn't think the thrust would get affected by it.
It still went through, but the description, it was sort of where it ended up taking like, because they also did it where they did it where they also had a thing that rigged it up so they could do like pounds per whatever for the thrusts. The cuts they couldn't do that really because they were like, there's not an easy way to simulate that other than having like a mechanical arm doing it the same every time.
Oh, okay.
But then for the cuts or for the thrust, it took a little bit more, and then it's also had it where, this is where stuff where in duels the whole thing would be you die of infection later. Was it actually ended up pushing a lot of the in both cases a lot of the linen into the cut or
That makes sense.
into the thrust.
Yeah.
Into the wound.
So your
as it
dirty
were.
outer layer gets
just
driven into your body,
yeah,
your bloodstream. That makes a lot of sense.
Someone in Australia did a similar experiment and research and came to, I think, similar conclusions that like period clothing would actually have a reasonable impact on the like amount of force needed.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a whole thing where it's like it's a whole thing like if you're close enough where you would be protruding through their back on a thrust, then yeah, it's not going to do anything. But if it's enough where like you're just there, and it would just be like the last like 1 or 2 inches trying to get the thrust in, then it would make enough of a difference to maybe not get you dead versus just sort of nick blood on like get like a 1 inch basically get like a 1 inch wound versus like a 2 inch wound kind of thing.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it that the touch kill thing is bullshit. That
Correct.
the kingdoms want to do touch kill. Like, fucking touch does not kill you.
No. A touch with a rapier would not
Do
break
people
skin.
argue that? I assume people don't argue that, right?
Oh, I've heard so many arguments.
No,
I
they
thought-
argue that.
I
The
thought
kingdoms that
touch
do touch
kill-
kill argue that their rule set is more realistic.
Because they're like a sharp would just cut the skin immediately, and it's like, no, run your
They try to-
hand against a knife.
They try to argue that it's safer, and it's not that it's also more
Like the
realistic, and
safer
it's
makes
wrong
sense,
on-
right? Like for the purposes of what we do as a sport, that's a fine.
I
Like
think-
if you
yeah.
set it to the lightest calibration, and when people go harder than that, it's less like, like you don't ramp as hard in theory,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is fine.
I can see the argument. I think it's stupid too, but I think it's stupid on both accounts, essentially.
The safety one is better. The
safety one is better.
that it's more realistic is not as solid.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't have the data, but it's cool to know that
still-
people have done the experiments on it.
Yeah. Well, you can also know, like you said, if you can take a knife in your hand and touch it to your palm, and it doesn't break the skin. So
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
touch
yeah. Oh,
kills.
absolutely.
Who was it, John? Who was it that somebody went around with a knife, being like, if you think enough
It was-
touch would actually get through, then just push this knife on you.
I know Gwyneth's done something like that, where she just had
Yeah, I think it was Gwyneth
pocket
I've heard
knife
about with that.
and just walked around.
Oh, that's funny.
poking your palm with a
Just
pocket
touching
knife or
people
something
with a
and then
knife
look.
point. Jesus,
Um,
that proves the point, but seems a little intense.
the safety thing is, I also think that rapier is not very dangerous, and the some, like, I have fought rapier pretty roughly with some people and been fine. Like, I think if it was as dangerous as some of the people say, I would have died a long time ago.
All right.
Like, Duke's Finn would have killed me. And vice versa. And honestly,
There'd
Bumi
be
and
a
I
rapier
probably,
stick back.
Bumi and I, Rowan and I, Mike and I, like,
Yeah, I have blasted John, and he's blasted me, and that's been fine.
yeah.
Some of it's privilege, right? Like we're not particularly fragile humans as well, right?
That's true, yeah.
I acknowledge
I
that.
know where Rowan and I blasted each other quite a number of times
Higher
in terms of
constitution.
calibration.
Yeah. Rowan and I hit each other pretty hard. And,
Rowan's
practice-
game is
I
so
went to
explosive;
practice
it
on
does
Monday.
like lends itself to the collision.
Rowan and I were also on the, like, right at the edge of grappling stuff.
Edge is a strong word.
Yeah. We decided that video wasn't for public consumption.
That's why I say edge of.
She sent it to you though, right?
Yeah. I told Rowan what they should have done in that situation.
Oh well.
I also told him next time I see you, I'm gonna go surprise grapple. I'm gonna put you in a trash can. Is what it was suggested.
Rowan was like, I almost threw you into that wall, and I'm like, no about
I've done a medium amount of Ringen practice, and then Dusek, and then grappling from Dusek situation or from Messer
That sounds fun.
into that.
Didn't grappling make it to society level?
It's an experiment right now in
experiment. At least
2 or 3 kingdoms.
Mid-realm,
Okay.
maybe East 2?
I think it was definitely mid-realm.
They started the experiment.
It was one of the other kingdoms around them, so I don't think it's East.
Okay.
I'd be very surprised if it was East. That'd be wild for East.
I don't know, East started the reduced armor experiment.
Yeah, but that's different. East
said
has
so.
grappling.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
East has grappling. There we go. Wild.
Was right.
Wild. I don't think of East as having something like that, just from the sort of the reputation-wise.
Chat.
Meridius could get it.
If y'all have
get
any
in on that.
questions
Not.
for
So East has grappling. Not many people do it. That makes
Oh.
more sense.
Yeah, I also say I don't see a lot of people practicing. I remember
I've seen videos out of mid from it, and it's pretty interesting. Is a good word for it. To make their rapier crown more exciting.
Oh, that's a good one.
Uh,
I would not want to allow grappling if I was trying to fight Bumi. Just for the record.
I want rapier core to core where I can just drop my sword and grab you around the neck.
oh, yeah, I'm down. Let me into this thing.
Yeah, John. I think Bumi and I both have the height and the weight on you in that situation.
I think what I have.
How much do you weigh?
I'm currently 230.
Oh, okay.
Were you expecting me to weigh as much as you?
I thought you. I don't know. You're fucking skinny.
Yeah, but I'm like a foot taller than you.
Yeah.
Bumi's probably closer. Bumi definitely weighs less than me.
Yeah, I think I weighed in this morning at like 185.
Oh,
No,
there
okay.
you go.
That's only like 10 to 15 pounds more than I do.
Yeah, but Bumi's all muscle is the other thing.
I feel pretty
Bumi,
good
what's
about
your
my
body fat percentage? I'm
Pretty-
sure you know it.
pretty fucking low. Last time I checked, it was like it hovers somewhere around 8. It's like
Oh
the
my
normal
God.
day.
Oh my god.
When I'm extra cut and like dehydrated, it's like 6.
Jesus.
When
Ridiculous.
I'm packing on winter weight, and maybe broaches 10.
Winter weight.
Like 10 sounds like it's so high.
And that is what I have like lived my adult life as. So my body is very used to it. Whether it's like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I feel good, like energy wise.
I definitely did feel better when I definitely had less weight. Back when I'd say I need to grow up and become Bumi. That's a good goal. Be able to, as you were stretching, John and I were watching you stretch, and with your legs straight, touch your palms to the ground. We were both like, no, that can't do that. That would kill me.
Hey, I think that is some of the most useful work one can do, is keep those big, strong muscles stretched out so they can keep being springy and explosive for fighting.
Yeah.
I have been doing some of the joint stuff you mentioned, and it's been
Good.
making them feel a little bit better
Good.
in terms of not feeling as bad after doing things.
You have hypermobility, right? From what I remember we were talking about.
Mine is weird, is because I have the arthritis, which makes it funky, but then I do have it where I have like a little bit of that extra, not quite like hyper full, like where people can like bend super far, but I definitely have I definitely have more than normal,
I'm not
more than
used to
average
this,
type thing, which makes it kind of weird.
Yeah. For every person I've ever worked with arthritis, it's one of those like you can either replace a joint, which is a surgical procedure, or strengthen it so that it hurts a little less, and that's about it. That's like that's the end of it.
Say lube them out, get them where they're lubricated and they're actually able to support themselves, build some muscle
Correct.
around it, and all that.
It's unfortunately not a curable thing outside of surgical intervention.
No. So mine is the psoriatic kind. So mine's like the autoimmune kind even.
Oh yeah.
So then mine is basically trying to then build up enough stuff that as the joints eat themselves, keep up the other stuff around it as long as possible.
Yeah, right. So even more incentive to keep it strong as you can while you can use those joints. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because then I will most likely eventually get like the what is it? It's osteoarthritis is the use one, right? Yeah. Like I will most likely get that at some point.
Right, as a inevitable end result. Yeah.
So I gotta really get in heavy now. I gotta go really hard on heavy while I still can.
There you go.
Did you look into stealing your dad's stuff yet?
I'm approaching that in the next few days. It's gonna be a very careful negotiation.
Just take it and don't tell him. He won't notice.
That is the other option. That is honestly the other option, because they've been in, all the stuff's been in a closet that he apparently has not touched, and I don't think he would notice if it all was just gone. I do want a bunch of his old Darkwood hardware for his swords, really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, he has some of those gorgeous old Pappenheimers they used to do, like the really, really nice ones that are like indestructible.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might just steal some of those also. Fit them in my luggage on the way home.
You take everything that you want.
He also has some of the old Darkwood 45s, and I really liked the older Darkwood 45s a lot. I don't like the new ones.
Are they like L10s?
The Darkwoods.
Darkwoods, yeah. Their stuff used to be better quality, in my opinion.
It's still good, but it definitely was better.
Yeah.
It's that whole thing of the bigger you get, the more you have to mass produce. The sort of the quality has to shift.
I think Castile stuff has also gone down a little bit too, for the same reason.
I feel like that's by necessity, right? Like you're saying, scaling creates less ability to quality control.
And Castile was especially weird because they were coming in kind of blind into the market, so they were like undercharging for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
At the beginning,
They had great deals. For a while.
Like especially because like their old beginner blades are what their their like standard premium blade is now.
Yeah.
Where it's wild, like how cheap the quality you would get near the beginning, and then they realized, wait a minute, wait a minute, we're not making any money off of the labor we're
They
doing.
got to make money,
I,
as they should.
I assume
Right?
also some of that stuff has gone up just because of the price of materials and stuff. Like,
100%.
but
Um,
yeah, I think they were undercharging.
The one thing with Castile, at least, they had that post. I don't know if you saw it, where about they're coming out with, they're changing their beginner line, and they're getting a laser cutter instead of their water cutter for the blanks, like the sword blanks, so they'll be able to put stuff out faster.
That's cool.
And then also because they can make more easier, they can then put it out. The beginner stuff, they said the price is actually going to go down again, which will be nice because then I'll recommend their beginner stuff again.
Yeah.
It's really, really good, and it's going to last you forever, but it's a bit steep for a beginner, especially if they're not sure what they like yet.
Definitely, yeah.
Slav,
That old Darkwood stuff. Ugh.
I have a question for you.
What? Yeah.
Have you ever done combat archery?
Yes. Which is also stuff I have to steal from my dad.
I was like, if armored, like if the risk of armored, like the at least the frontline scrum stuff, is higher risk for your person, I feel like that's something you could do very reasonably for a much longer period without as much risk.
100%. Because like right now for melee, I'm not gonna. I've had too many concussions. I'm big, but I'm not big. I'm definitely not gonna be heavy melee in the tight shit, like up in the actual like shield, anywhere near the shield. I will probably for melee wise do spear, maybe glaive.
I was like, if you dust off your
combat archery if I can. Do what?
If you dust off your combat archery off, I think that would be a dope addition if we form our own little unit this year.
Oh my
What side
God.
is Meridia's on?
I don't fucking care. That does not affect me.
Okay, just come fight with us then.
Yeah, that doesn't. I just fight with whoever I want. I don't care.
I think that'd be really fun because that way, like if we have
a little unit.
Yeah, well, you would be the you know how you're talking about the ICBM. You'd be like the ultimate ICBM.
My if I can get my dad's crossbow, I might, because I think I can get that. They'll have to ship that to me, but my mom is like, I'll just ship everything to you that you can convince him to take. He had one that was made by Brune, who is famous here, at least down in the south, for some of his crossbows and other stuff. He sells like the kits and things. So a lot. If you see a crossbow, it's statistically probably made by Brune nowadays.
Okay.
Heavy wise.
But
he had one that.
Like YOLO? YOLO is like the famous on Stierbach crossbow maker.
Oh. His dad's, at least, he got one from Brune that is it is half pound under the maximum weight.
Nice.
So if it is a really cold day, you have to just like rub your hand up and down the string for a while to warm up the string.
Yeah. So it passes your inch
so
pounds.
passes tests. Yeah, passes inspection.
What's 1,000 inch pounds?
Yeah. And it is it is not fun to get hit by those at that level. And then my dad used to do it where he was really good at the when you're getting charged, the run backwards, reload, but then also rather than shoot for body, it would be basically fake high, like you're going for head, like most people do at that point. And so then they'll block high and immediately drop low to just a hip level, and then fire into inner thigh. Was a great target area because people really notice getting shot in the inner thigh if you can get there. It is hard to blow that off if you audibly take a little, like almost trip because you got shot. It's that or shoot into what was it? He would also then try and get into upper, like close to arm joint armpit area, especially the people who wear minimums.
Right. Yeah. Then they get that paintball snap.
And the same thing with the same people. A lot of people don't wear legs hardly. Like they'll have knees, like John.
Yeah, not as much up in Atlantia, but yeah.
Definitely not in Atlantia, but definitely as you get farther south and it's warmer.
Yeah.
you get way more people in just bare minimums.
Do you know
Yeah, I
the
need to get
website
that
name for
crossbow.
the maker that you're talking about, the Big Meridian maker?
I can send you a thing. Let me
Yeah,
see.
hit me with a link. I'm kind of curious. I just did a quick Google search of SCA crossbows and brands
Yeah,
and
I don't know
makers,
if-
and there's not that
I
much
don't
that
know
comes up. It's just a bunch of like old Reddit threads and talking about different opinions.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a website or not. Let me see. Because right now he's putting out some. He started making RBGs, and they are fucking gorgeous, and also the best RBGs I have ever fired in my life. Holy shit!
That's cool.
Because he looked at a bunch of people's, and then figured out and came up with his own firing mechanism for it, and it is amazing. He just started making rifle size ones that I'm really hyped for.
That's cool.
Let me see if I can find
I
if he has a thing.
I would be into because I want to buy. So I'm combat archery authorized. I got that done fairly recently, like over the last like 3 months. And I would love to be able to play. I would love to be able to play with a top-down trigger. That's my goal, to buy a top-down crossbow. So I've been looking.
I will send you. He also sells kits where basically it's it is all of the parts and you just have to assemble it yourself, and it makes it a good bit cheaper.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
I don't know if he has a thing on. I don't know if he has an actual website or not, but I'll send you his Facebook, and then you can shoot him a message or something. He's pretty responsive on if it's like, hey, I want to buy a crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I don't know any brand names for crossbows.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
they're kind of
for us for a second.
they're kind of hard to find, honestly, in terms of people that sell them. Like it's the whole thing of like nobody has like like you said, nobody has like a website where they sell them.
Yeah, like a proper sales venue. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's a niche that's missing.
Get into the crossbow business.
Hey, you know me. I'm a
I do
business
know you.
human. There's no way it's that hard to like get up and going for a
Make it-
crossbow business. I don't think.
Just make an actual website for it.
Yeah, just make a website, advertise a little bit, have a presence at wars. That's the business.
Yeah, because Bruin mostly sells his through he'll post on our Kingdom page and a few other pages, and like the archery page that's like, hey, I got a bunch of crossbows.
Right. But there's no way for someone else who like gets the recommendation to actually like go to a place and be like, oh, this is what's in stock. I want that one.
Mhm.
Here's money.
Yeah. I'll send you his stuff, and then you can shoot him a message. And I'll say if you shoot him one, I'll tell him to look out for a message, because he generally has stuff in stock
Oh, okay.
of various
Cool.
kinds most of the time.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I have been looking.
And then his stuff is I like highly recommend. And then then if you tell him like, hey, I'm looking for this kind, this poundage, etc., he can help you out too with that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll shoot him a message now.
Hey, Bumi, do you know? Have I talked to you about how you know Hawk, Black Tiger Hawk?
Yeah.
Do you know that he won Crown in Outlands
I
recently?
know. I heard.
What? Wild.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. I keep meaning to bring it up to you because it's like a pretty funny thing that happened. But
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
yeah,
He beat you both.
Hawk
I know.
Rill.
That's what I was thinking too. I don't think he's knight. I don't think he's Shiv yet. but
Really?
he's-
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how long he's been fighting armored.
Yeah. Do you want? I found the video of it on
Oh yeah. Hit me with the video. I would love to watch it. I'm messaging Bruin right now.
Cool. I'm also
Yeah,
messaging
sorry,
him.
I had a random sec. I just saw something that I've been meaning to talk about. There we go.
All right, I sent him a message, so then give him a heads up. Yeah, this stuff's great. And there's stuff like like he sells like will sell the kits that ends up being way cheaper, because then you just put it all together.
Yeah, cool.
Or you can get, it's also the kits ship better than a fully assembled crossbow as well.
Does Celestia have a crossbow? I know she done combat archery before.
Yeah, she does. But we have a couple of bottom trigger ones, and they just don't work as well.
So Bruin's one that he has are bottom, and he has like a special thing on top where that helps quite a bit in terms of where they make them easier than some of the other bottom trigger ones that pop up because a lot of times people they'll get them where they're not. Their crossbow's not made for combat archery. They're made as just like a regular target crossbow, so they don't have a lot of, so they don't work as well, But then Bruin makes his specifically for heavy combat archery.
Oh, okay.
So there's stuff where it's like the actual like the slot is sized for our type of ammo. It like he has a thing where on some of them they have a thing where basically it like behind where the string locks in, there's actually a little piece that then holds the actual crossbow bolt in for some of them.
I'll have to check out his stuff because I don't have any issue with the bottom trigger so much that when you load, it's easy to set a bottom trigger off.
Yes, yeah, and his are pretty tight in terms of where they have a pretty tight mechanism that's pretty nice. So it's harder to accidentally dry fire your foot.
That's what I've had the issue of is just the triggers are too sensitive, and so we've had to put like a block.
Mm-hmm. Bruin is also one where he's very terrifying on the field with his crossbow because he can just like machine gun load those things.
Okay, yeah.
And then he will, rather than like put it on the ground, he will just like he has a special set of plates on his armor, so he can just push it off. He can just belly load, basically, rather than where some people have it put it on the ground and pull it back,
Right.
So just push it directly and pull it towards into his stomach type is how and then hold the back. What is it?
The butt.
Yeah, the butt just like wedges it into his stomach. He's got a special little thing on his armor where it like slots in and has extra padding.
Yeah. Celestia does that as well.
So most of the good combat archers will load it off of their hip or their stomach or whatever.
Because you can get way faster.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the skill diff. Like that's one of the biggest parts. Is how well do you load?
Well, it's rate of fire is like the biggest thing in combat archery, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're slow to fire and then you shoot your shot and somebody sees you and you can't get reloaded in time, that's the please don't hit me that hard when you kill me.
Yeah.
Well, just if one side is shooting more, like is just more shots down range, right? Like that's just like adds up.
Who can shoot the fastest? Who has the biggest cache of arrows?
Yeah.
That for me is like some of the Arlantians that show up. They have like 300 to 500 is their like stock for a Penzik battle. I'm like, that's wild.
Because you got to expect a bunch of them are going to get broken, right? A bunch because they're going to get stepped on and they're going to fail afterward. Is like the big one. Just between passes, even.
Right.
Some are going to get lost. Who like stuff like that. You just need a shit ton to keep firing.
Yep. Man, that stuff's expensive too.
Oh yeah, it is. It's
$5 a pop on the cheap end.
They're a pain in the ass to make, honestly. They've like like once you get going and you know how to do it, it's not as bad. But like if you're a newer person, it's a whole they're a pain in the butt.
I was after the ravine battle at Gulf Wars, they were just had all the ammunition piled in the middle of the field, just piled up, and people were like getting their stuff out of it. And I can't remember who it was. Someone and I were just talking like how much fucking money we're just
just a big pile of cash.
Like 10 grand or something of crossbow bolts just sitting in the pile in the middle of the bottom of the ravine.
Fucking wild.
It's easily thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yup. I mean, imagine at $5 a pop, you only need 200.
Oh god.
So when someone
I know a lot of I've heard of like some heavy fighters who like purposely try to step on them to break them.
So you gotta have extras. Who's that on the? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, who's it on the right? They have a really short dagger, but it's like it seems very thick, but very.
That's Fern.
That's Fern.
Okay. Wow.
He does have a really short dagger. I think it's a 12. I think.
it's like short, but it's very wide at the base. So it's like an actual parrying dagger.
It looks like one of those flexies from Darkwood when they were making those. I don't know if they still are.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, Rowan.
Oh, Rowan was. I was complaining about combat archery because I don't like it.
You've really converted on that.
And Rowan was like, he's like, it's probably not that bad. People are just being wimps. And then she got shot with a crossbow this weekend, and she was like, that really fucking hurt. And I'm like, I told you. It
That
doesn't
hurt,
take
and I had
much.
gotten us out so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
John's
just
been
annoying.
converted. As soon as he picked up a spear and got out there long enough, now he's like, you know what? Maybe crossbow. Maybe I don't like him.
Yeah. No, the first ravine battle I ever did, the first heavy ravine battle I ever did, I was like, oh, I understand why people hate combat archers.
John, just catch him out of the air. Bash him with your
fucking
spear.
Sucks shit. Yeah. Well, sure. Why not? I didn't take that feat though.
Learn to dodge.
Yeah. I got shot up so much. And I mean, like, especially like even once like I got shot in the shin and like in the foot, you don't even have to call them, but it still fucking hurts. Yeah, it's annoying.
Maybe you need more armor.
Yeah.
Just for ravine.
Just for the ravine. Yeah.
I want to have everybody come say wave. I want to grab everybody to wave at Joel. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see how many of the total people.
How much are some of them left now? It's 9:15 right there. Okay, yeah.
So,
Our practice here goes till 10.
Most of ours are till 9.
Yeah, wimpy.
A lot of ours have like really shitty lighting. Like we don't have there's not many good places that have enough lighting to make it viable. Because the park you guys are at is pretty good.
It's okay when they actually work.
Yes, when they work. See, look at there's so many people.
We might have a lead on a potential indoor site. So
I've heard about that.
Yeah, of course you follow all the shit.
Yeah, I know everything. That's my job.
So we might have to move our night. Like what night we have practice on.
Look at them all.
That's
They're
a lot
still
of people.
coming.
I think there's some people I saw earlier that aren't out there right now.
Look at it. There's more. Look at these people. I need a battle barn.
Everyone needs a battle barn.
Get your parents to let you build one at on their property.
They would let
There's
me.
space.
Yeah.
Look at them all. Look at them all.
We've talked about it before, actually.
How was that?
That was great.
You got a shit ton of people.
Yeah, and that's already like with maybe like 4 or 5 folks gone who bounced. Isn't that crazy?
John and I were just talking about how we need battle barn. I keep trying to talk Lindsay into letting me build basically just a flat wooden platform at least out back, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we can put a cover on it, and then we can also use it, you know, for like cookout and stuff. But then also I can fight on it.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. And your backyard's kind of like
we got plenty of space.
Flat, but it's also not flat, right?
No. So like if you go farther back, it gets pretty flat. So like where we were at in the back, it's still pretty good. It stays like that. There's enough space where we have like a big open area.
Yeah, that's why
near the back where we can build a thing.
That's why you need a thing. Yeah.
Well, the other time I told her I was like, well, we have to like reduce the concrete on some of our on the 2 driveways. So I was like, maybe we should just see how much it costs to do a big slab in the back at the same time.
Yeah.
While they're here.
Might as well.
Exactly. They have to say they have to mix a certain amount every time. So just be like, hey, we'll just use all of it, you know.
Sure. Yeah. Good point.
I'm saving them money by selling us more concrete.
Oh man, battle barn. I wish this was a manageable size to me, but I would like to build bigger.
What is the square footage of it?
This is 1,200 square foot. It is 30 by 40.
Okay.
Couldn't you could expand onto it though, right? I guess. Would that be harder than just building a new thing?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to like blow out a wall and then do the roof and stuff, or like add a door and then attach another one to it.
It is the largest I could build by county rules. So that's what I did.
Oh.
That makes sense. we are in an unincorporated community, so I think we can get away with more, even for the county.
Oh, so there's not
Or
so
we
much
just
restriction
do it.
on size.
We can just do it and not ask.
Ah, so they don't. They're
Forgiveness,
chill
not
about it.
permission.
That's how yeah, I mean that's how we redid a bunch of our stuff on the front of the house recently. On the they had to dig out a bunch of the front to fix a leak,
Yeah.
which then turned out there was a giant hole in the bottom in the underground part above our foundation.
There's probably less strict rules in Georgia than there are in Virginia, would be my guess.
Probably, and I bet in Texas you could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
In Texas, you can dig your foundation by shooting bullets into it.
As long as you fire a rifle into the air first.
Correct.
And then
yeah.
you
yeehaw real loud too.
yeah, yeehaw real loud, fire a rifle. Then when you pour the concrete, you have to place a revolver into it, and then it's fine.
Yes.
For a future, yeah.
That makes it fully legal.
Now it's your castle.
Exactly.
And that's how castle law works. I'm pretty sure I'm a lawyer now.
Probably.
Oh, I bet if you say it's for a firing range, you
have
can do
to
it.
just write "Remember the Alamo" into the foundation.
Is that how you said? Okay.
That's how it works.
Is not defensible.
Yeah, they'll let you do anything at that point if it's about the Alamo.
Oh,
They love the Alamo there.
free reign.
Have you been to the Alamo? It's kind of underwhelming.
Oh yeah, it's very underwhelming, especially because like across the street from the Alamo is a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum.
Yeah. That's why you have to be reminded to remember.
Oh, is that how that works?
We went there because we went to
making fun of the Alamo.
what was it? We went there because then we went there because something else. I think it was when we went to we went there after I forced everyone to go to Rainforest Cafe.
Oh yeah.
We then walked over to the Alamo and we went to go inside and there was like a guy like, oh, you can't go inside right now. They're having a wedding, and I'm like, they're having a wedding in the Alamo. This is supposed to be some like historical site.
Just in the middle of downtown San Antonio, right? Like
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. It's just there in like right in the middle of the city.
Riverwalk, yeah.
Right in the Riverwalk of where I was told multiple times, don't touch the water.
Oh, or don't fuck with the ducks. You can get in big trouble if you fuck with the ducks.
Very specific rules. Probably for your good. Supposedly.
Or the ducks good.
I later forced people to, the next year, I forced everyone to go to the Jimmy Buffett place to Margaritaville.
Oh, Margaritaville, yeah. That's Margaritaville.
I had a fun game of finding. The next one is, what's that one place where everyone wears dumb costumes, John?
Oh, shit. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Ashton refuses to go.
It's like the waiters wear the costume.
Yes, Bumi. It's this like weird restaurant. I can't remember what it's called, but
Okay.
all of the wait staff has to wear like character costumes.
Oh.
And they're like on paper. No, so like on paper, they're supposed to be all like historical or like historical characters, but in actuality, there's stuff like, "Hello, I'm your waitress," and they're dressed as Elsa from like Frozen.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're trying to avoid getting sued. It's a chain. I can't remember what it's called. There used to be one in Austin too. I've
That
never been
sounds
there.
like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Oh, and the food looks awful, and I want to go so.
It's one of these stupid specialty restaurants.
Yes.
Like novelty restaurants that are all bad.
Have
and
you watched
overpriced.
Slav? Have you watched Ted Division's Rainforest Journey?
Yes, 100%. That is what inspired the Rainforest Cafe trip.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was like. I feel like you would have watched it and enjoyed it.
Yes. I watched both sides of the videos.
That one is right.
And then we're going to Rainforest Cafe, and it was I thought it was pretty okay. We sat next to an elephant
Nice.
that had a rotting broken ear.
I would. I feel like those kinds of outings are fun. They're so novel. They're very novel, obviously, but they're fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just a fun dumb thing. They had the fucking strongest drinks in a that type of vibe of restaurant I've ever had. It was fucking wild.
Maybe they're trying to get you to believe it's a real rainforest.
Or get you to buy more drinks.
Yeah, or get you to buy more drinks. Yeah.
You buy enough drinks, you'll think the gorillas are cooler than
That's
they
what
are.
I'm saying, right? The elephant becomes keeps increasing in appeal the more you drink. I feel like that's just fact, actually.
Probably, yeah.
I'd say I got the novelty cup there. At Jimmy Buffett's, I forgot to bring the novelty cup home. I
Is
left
Jimmy
it at the
Buffett's
restaurant.
the Cheeseburger in Paradise? That restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was,
I
it
thought
was
it was
great.
Margaritaville.
Or Margaritaville, yeah.
Oh, Margarita. Oh, that's a different restaurant. We have
It's
Cheeseburger in
Margaritaville. They do
Paradise.
have a cheeseburger in Paradise though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, that's a chain, right? There's one.
Yeah,
chain,
there's a shit ton of Yeah, there's also because the same thing. The same guys that did the Rainforest Cafe, they then did a Margaritaville trip, and that's what then inspired me to force everyone to go to Margaritaville.
Okay. That's
Boomy, you have to realize by now, Boomy, I love a fucking good bit.
Yeah.
Especially if I pull other people into it and they complain. Even better.
That's the fun. And you can all enjoy the experience together, suffering and otherwise.
We're gonna go to the worst place and have a great time.
I'm down. Maybe when we're down for Surfa, we can go explore something terrible.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh no, we'll go to the Vortex, the one burger place. Boomy can get one of the cardiac arrest burgers.
Is that like just mega calories or is that capsaicin?
The first level of it has instead of buns it has 2 grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh.
It has 2 patties, it has bacon, it has cheese, it has mayonnaise, and then it has a fried egg in it. And they increase in size of like more patties, and then the next level has the grilled cheese has bacon in it and stuff.
Yeah, take it easy. That is awesome. That sounds wonderful. That sounds like one of those experience things that, like I'm not big on the eating challenges. Like I feel like I don't want to do that generally. But
They do have an eating challenge version also.
I don't
that's
doubt
like
it
fucking
at all.
massive.
But I like the cardiac arrest is like one of those it's a novel thing, right? Like I would
Yes.
get it, I would try to take a bite, and it'd be good, and then I'll eat a little bit of it and then share everything else with the table. Call it good.
The wildest part, they have the wildest part is all their food is actually like really fucking good, and they have a bunch of other crazy burger stuff and
Okay, it sounds like a good joint.
various things. They have a lot of alcohol.
It sounds like a good plan.
Get a novelty cup. The entrance to the restaurant is a giant skull where you walk in through the mouth.
Oh, perfect.
What is the restaurant with the costumes? I've not heard of that around here. What's the name of it?
We don't remember.
We don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Let me look it up. I'm just gonna look San Antonio costume restaurant.
It has it's a name of a person or something. I think.
I feel like that's the kind of place that
Like a magic. It's like a box or something.
Magic time machine.
Magic time machine. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I was getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm looking at pictures and there's like a waiter that is in a Robin costume.
Nice.
And the menu looks atrocious.
Oh, it says Dallas, Austin.
Yeah.
There's one in Austin.
There's one in Austin.
Yeah.
You should go.
Yes, there is, John. That's the one I want. Yeah, because there's.
Oh, I see it on my Google images.
The menu's quiet
Well-
because the menu has Roman orgy is for 4 or more people, a conglomerate roast feast with huge portions of fork tender brisket, herb smoked chicken, fresh fruit, and other fare
There's
for
the Roman
$19.99 a
orgy.
person.
Oh yeah, the Roman orgy.
Is that at the?
It's a magic time machine.
It's the first item on the specials list.
Like what else would you that's right there. What else would you possibly get?
Right. I stopped on the first line.
Exactly.
Well, if y'all come visit Austin,
Well,
So
fucking win
you're-
crown, John.
when
You're writing a check
close.
that I don't know if you can cash, John. If you
I was close-ish to winning.
You were
crown.
close. You did good.
yeah, you look good. You look good until you lost.
Yeah.
Not in a mean way, but the other two, the two finalists looked like they were noteworthily above everybody else.
Correct.
They made everybody else the underdog.
Those were 2 dukes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, they fought like
No, no.
dukes.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
Just
I
like
think
watching
there
their
was
fights. Both of them, I was
a
like,
fairly-
wow, they're up there.
fairly reasonable jump.
I say, John, because if you had won your fight and then had been in the finals, what do you think your odds out of the 2 out of 3 would have been overall?
Against JP?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, would you have win? Like, do you think you could win like one of the passes?
I think I could have maybe gotten one if I was fighting pretty well that day. And I had already fought JP in the pool, and he did beat me in the pool, but I gave him a decent fight.
Yeah, yeah.
So
you did give him a good fight.
That's data on that.
Returning into Bumi.
Yeah, so
I feel like he beat you on his like raw strength, his ability to like shove you around.
Yeah, I have some
that
ideas about how to deal with that next time. And he got me with a nice clean offside body.
Yep.
And I have some ideas about how to deal with that too. I haven't gone over the videos with Lachlan yet, which I need to, and I'm excited to do. So
I feel like you get to beat him on endurance. Like he'll tire, I think, faster than you, and you might could beat him with a.
The bigger field for the finals would have helped because
exactly, yeah.
Oh, it was tiny.
Fucking little small fields, and
Those
he's
were
like a strong guy. He's not
they
big.
were like one step to each direction. It's crazy small.
Yeah. It was really annoying.
All right, I guess we're eating at the Magic Time Machine.
I was very happy about beating Count Owen. That was a really good win for me. Like I felt really good about that.
You look good, man.
So.
I look forward to the John Mfanwe reign.
Yeah.
I know that'll happen eventually.
You can come off.
Mifon or John Way? Squish your names together. John Way reign or
Jafonway.
Mifon, Majonway.
Jafonway. Or
I think Jafonway might be the best one.
Is definitely a name for other people to decide.
Yeah, we're other people.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like I should get input on this.
No, I know. We're not giving you input. We're not going to listen to you on this. We're deciding it now.
Mfanwake.
Mfanwake.
How's that?
Mfanwake.
Mfandrake.
Mfanwake.
I think Mfanwake's better.
Yeah, it flows. You gotta chop off some of the John name.
Yeah. Yeah. You want as little of John as possible in there.
Yeah, definitely.
All his names start short.
It's all about Mfanwe.
Well.
John, did you ever get your video for Bumi of the walkthrough?
We did, yeah. I sent him part of it. I was gonna edit it together.
Oh yeah, you should.
I was gonna edit it together, and then Ronan and I were
together and put something out there to promote it.
Recording like a commentary of it.
Yeah.
Like edit it together, and then we'll like record ourselves like talking about, like explaining what we're seeing and stuff, and then post that as a video. That was their idea. Just to help promote the event. Because they really want more people to come because it's really cool, which I agree with. I think more people should come.
Yeah, I get you. Slav, are you a Chuckle Sandwich watcher, listener?
A what?
Do you listen to Chuckle Sandwich?
Chuckle Sandwich? I do not. Should I?
No, I'm just curious. It's Jay Slat and Ted's podcast.
Oh, okay. I know who both of those people are.
Yeah. I figured, but I didn't know if you were a chuckler.
Oh, I didn't know they had a chuckler. I didn't know they had a podcast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
I went to they have a YouTube channel for it that just shows the video of the thing, and the first thing that played was a clip of fucking Ted going, "I don't have a big penis." Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to this and listen to this. I'm already in based off the two of them.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you would enjoy it. It's very like it's like watching an action movie. It's very like it's easy going. Oh, there's a sign in. Oh. No, you're good. No, you're fine. All right. I think I'm gonna end the stream and go inside.
Sounds good.
It was a pleasure, as always. I look forward to hanging out with the both of you at Penzik during Peace Week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then again at War Week.
I will get there at the latest the Wednesday of Peace Week. I might be there the whole Peace Week. I'm not sure yet. But it'll be the latest Wednesday.
If for Peace Week you want to come hang out early and want to like just chill in our camp, you're welcome to, because we'll have plenty of extra room. Like if you wanted to pop a tent temporarily. I don't know how your transport, all that situation is going.
Yeah, they bring all my stuff and set it up because where I'm camping is up on the mountain again.
Mm-hmm.
And they like set everything up and all that.
But if you show up early and
Bring
want
an
a place to
extra
crash,
tent.
you're welcome to crash.
I'll bring an extra tent.
Mm-hmm.
Bring an extra tent that's just a small one person for if I get in case I get too drunk and have to just collapse somewhere rather than walk up the mountain.
Yeah, we are halfway up the hill. The rescue.
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta walk way up there.
I'm sure you could find a corner of one of our tents if you really.
Yeah, I'll just crawl.
that's
I'll
what I'm
crawl
saying,
into. I'll crawl into John's tent.
There you go. It's definitely room.
I'll have a little space.
Kind of roll into a corner
John will
and
make
be
room
fine.
for you. That's how it works. That's how homies work.
Yeah. We'll save you from the ditch.
Thank you.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to end up down there. I won't survive. I won't survive in a ditch.
I've walked a lot of humans up that hill over the years. It's always a fun experience.
Yeah.
Like memorable fun, I suppose.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm pretty drunk at the time, anyways. I'm just less drunk, so it's never like that arduous.
I want to do during Peace Week. I want to do the thing where you build you drink the drinks and you make a staff out of them.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Wizard.
Let's do it. We do a wizard staff day. Yeah. We
I
can go
want to
out.
do a staff day.
We can go out and get a bunch of Trulies, and do a wizard staff day.
Ooh, okay, I can do
That's
Trulies.
what I want to do. For
And we'll
Peace
build
Week. I think
ourselves
that'd
a
be
wizard staff over the course of a day. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. I figured you would be. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, John's gonna get so competitive about this, and I'm gonna win.
Well, it's a literal dick measuring contest.
I'm gonna destroy you, John.
Fizzball.
Fizzball is a blast. I went last year and just drank tequila and watched Fizzball.
I
Ate
want to
hot
go to
dogs.
Fizzball. It's opposite the Rose Tourney, so we'll see.
Yeah, last year I played hooky a little bit.
Well, you can't fight in the Rose Tourney either, so.
Correct.
Sucks.
Well, I played
John.
hooky in the sense that
it sucks, John. Bumi and I are going to Fizzball.
goodbye.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
The Rose Tourney, I would love to fight in if I could. I stayed up there long enough to cheer you on a little bit.
You did, yeah. You came in and were supportive and then went and had fun. So
Yeah.
that was good,
Yep. I tried to do both.
We'll corner man you for one fight and then leave.
Yeah. That's essential. Essentially when it's like, oh, hey, John's doing good. Good job. Good job, John. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And I fucked right off, as it goes. It is fun. Fizzball is a lot of fun, and it goes all day. Like you don't like even if you fought the Rose Tourney, you could still catch Fizzball.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll just ditch the afternoon activities for that
Yeah,
day and just
like if you wanted to come catch it, yeah. It goes on. It starts at like, I don't know, noon or early afternoon usually, roughly, and it just goes until like sunset, essentially. It's a very long affair. It's not.
I also haven't looked at the schedule at all, so I have no idea when anything is.
It was kind of like gnarly how drunk I got. That was the most drunk I've been in a while. Was that Fizzball?
Oh, I'm hyped.
Someone brought me like Lydia. Lydia was just like, I was like, hey, do you have any drinks in camp? She just showed up and gave me a bottle of tequila. And so we sat and just drank tequila until we finished a bottle of tequila. Jesus, I fucked up.
Fill my walker with Trulies. Oh, I need to make a wagon that I can pull behind the walker.
Do we have to? Okay. For the sake of fairness, for John, I'm thinking about poor John here. Do we?
Poor John.
Yeah. Do the Truly staffs are they judged based on relative to body height?
I think overall height.
No, I think overall
or this
height.
is just like objectified? Because like
I don't
feel
need
like
any fucking pity.
Slav and I have an advantage here. I don't know.
'Cause
You say that right now when you're suffering on your like 10th Truly. You're like,
Too bad.
I want to
deal with it.
You're
No,
like, I'm the shortest one here, guys.
Don't give John any kind of like handicap rules.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
I'm resolving
Wait,
it now
you're just
while
trying-
you're sober.
You're just trying to make the longest staff possible, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's normally how it's played.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
But,
if the rule is you had to make it taller than you, then that would be easiest for me.
you're right. Correct. But I didn't want it to also be like, because I didn't want you to be in the future be like, you guys are bigger than me. It's easier to drink more.
Well, I mean, he'll say that, but then I'll have to deal with it.
I beat you on the. I beat Bumi on the Jello shot.
You
game.
did.
You did beat Bumi on the Jello shot game.
I definitely got conscripted into caretaker for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's a risk.
That is a risk.
That's
Boy.
part of the. That's
true.
Part
That's
of negotiating these evenings is avoiding being a caretaker.
That's true.
You gotta have the you gotta have the head of the pyramid scheme like I was.
Oh, pass it.
I
There you
could've
go.
beaten
Yeah,
Slav
yeah.
if Slav would have showed me my numbers.
The Bank of Slav are definitely trustworthy numbers.
I was very fastidious with keeping track, and then I had to stop showing John and Boomy the numbers.
I do like the
No, that was
mystery.
so
That's more fun.
Shit like that is so great.
I did calculate we had 1/10 of their total Jello shots.
Nice.
We
Hell
had,
yeah.
yeah, we had
Our
we had
group did.
10% of them. We got to beat that next year. I have to have more than 36 next year also to beat my
Yeah.
number. I'm gonna die.
I want to
That'd be
beat
great.
Slav. I want to beat Slav's number.
You will
whatever-
die.
But I'll be fine.
John drunk.
They're not that alcoholic.
They're not very
There's
alcoholic.
fucking sugar poisoning or whatever, if that's a thing.
I was
It
I
is.
got hit with an overwhelming amount of sugar.
That's where I have the advantage because my body's used to junk food, unlike Boomy's.
Didn't
Probably true.
Drew always talks about how like at one point during that night you were like, I think I am hungover and still drunk. Is what she said. Boomy said. I don't know if that's true, but
Oh, yeah, I did. I said that to her at some point, and because I distinctly remember being like, I don't like that my head hurts because I think it was the sugar.
yeah.
I woke up that next morning and I stood up and I stumbled and I had a moment of, oh no, I'm still a little bit there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm AFK for just like.
I thought Boomy was leaving anyway.
You're trying to wrap this stream up, and Boomy is now
I know.
AFK'd.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah. If you come to, you should definitely do the. We should do the wizard. You should participate in the wizard staff.
It's just 100%.
I'm excited for this now. I'm sure Mike will be down too.
Oh, that'd be so good.
I am the smallest out of everyone.
Yes, you do. You do have the least amount of both fat and blood.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mike and I weigh about the same.
Mike
Well,
could be
they've
dark. Mike could be dark horse at wizard staff.
It was. It seems like a perfect.
Marie, dark horse at wizard staff.
This definitely seems like a good Peace Week game. So
If you make a prototype one, extra leisure, I would happily pay you for materials. And
Say, I'll get there currently at the latest will be Wednesday, if not the whole thing.
cool. Well, we'll wait till you get there, and then we'll go.
Have a good night.
'Cause, yeah, the wildest thing was I was looking at tickets and somehow Delta is cheaper than Southwest at the moment, and I was like, what the fuck?
Interesting, really? Even if you
Yeah.
calculate in like checked bag price.
Well, because I'll only need to have one bag because all my stuff goes up. Like I send all my fighting stuff up and everything, so I just have the one bag, and I get one free bag because I have a gold card
Oh, okay.
that I use.
Well, then, yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, I don't gotta bring much.
Did I tell you about how my bag was over 50 pounds, so I had to pay $100? Good to
Yes, you fool. You need to get a fucking Lindsay's mom got one of those like it's like a little, it looks like a fishing weight, you know what I mean? For like,
Oh yeah,
for
like, yeah.
yeah, like a fish scale. It looks like one of that, but it's specifically for bags where you just hook it on and then like lift them.
Rowan and I figured out how to get it under 50 pounds on the way back, but it
Oh,
involves
good.
like standing on a bathroom scale, and then weighing. You know, 'cause they don't show up under. So we're like weighed ourselves and then like calculated that.
And added that. Like you're trying to weigh a cat.
Yeah, exactly. And I was able to get enough of my stuff in my other bag to get it under 50 pounds, but I did have to gauge actually my rolling bag because it wouldn't fit in the like little thing that they had.
Well, at least
No.
yeah, at least
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, so everything, nothing got lost, made it back. So I did have carry my heavy helmet on in my rolly bag because the helmet is very valuable, and it's like the person who made it doesn't even make
The
helmets.
hardest thing to replace, right?
Yeah. So I was a little annoyed about having to check that, but it's no big deal. I got everything back. So.
Mm-mm. Yeah, we were just saying, Boomy, you were like, all right, time to go, and then you get talking on other
Yeah,
stuff.
you know, I like y'all. That's how it goes. I like.
It's
I'm
the classic SCAR. I gotta go.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you're there
it
for
really
another
is,
30
though.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it is like I'm not as much in a rush until everybody filters out. As you can see, there's still folks.
You can't like go to bed or anything yet. I guess if people are still here.
Other people have keys and they know how to lock up. It's just one of those like
Oh.
I'm not as incentivized. But I am the main incentive for me, other than getting clean, is I'm hungry. I'm like, I need to
yeah.
make myself
Me
food.
too, actually. That's one of the reasons
That was
I
my
went.
plan.
Bumi need food.
Go
I need to
grub,
pee too.
yeah. Post-fighting grub.
Cool. Well, let's wrap it up then.
Yep. Thank you both for hanging out. Chat, thank you for hanging out. I will post this onto the VOD hopefully sooner than later because I've been kind of lazy about it. And other than that, so if you missed anything, you want to see the rest of the fighting and the teaching and the conversation, you're able to do that. I will talk to all of you chat later. Goodbye.
Bye, chat.
Bye.